Okay.
And I said 2 goals.
Okay.
Na dey na see ye. BBC the muchiremu eba. Ruben Amorim Man United coach no akasa dia for game on Everton airball. Only say Pep Guardiola the last 6 matches. Onwini we lose 5 out draw back na the next game against Liverpool and one slaughter Kasai na and then so Van Dijk akasa na be ko Italy Serie A ni mo ye Antonio Conte akasa na German league na the classica ever so Bayern Munich and Dortmund ye be ko French League 1 e also kwa benye easy Luis Enrique kasa the entire PSG performance na aba form na Donnarumma situation e say Kwame watch out.
Wo mo e dey ba. Nemom se ne so say aseda o say ha de wo ba bi aseda o so do wani kire blood donation no ekoso. Ye donate blood. Konfonoche ye blood bank wo mo ba ha mo de mo nyema wo do no e de aba. Wo donate blood na wo donate blood na mfaso bebre e na benya wo yensu na wo kwa ye ma wo nkosa nti bebi bia wo bia no tie nka na no pe a ma na nye ntentia e waseda house na bra be donate blood wo donate blood ni wi am free health screening so ekoso BOG clinic or the doctors awdo e de aba wo ma me no fa ne bra wo papa no fa ne bra wo fa ne bra oba no a wo di 6 years no betimi de na ba ye hwe aso ye hwe ni ye hwe utit no na fe ya check your pressure or diabetes no o stroke no doctors awdo and was the house anti brana free health screening na ekoso no wo so fa ho bewura mu be na ye check wo pomuden afini mu nyina no un check hwe mentena ho won check hwe da bi bra na be check na hu sede o health no esitie na for wasa so adonate blood the shop Jedidiah.
Oh, you're very credible.
Very, very credible. Baby, I will be
Yeah,
the baby.
The shop GH.
The shop GH.
Oh, you're the best by far.
Baby, I will be the baby.
JC, I hold draw dear. Open 1-1. Oh, individual. And I open 1-1. And I'm a group and I'm opening bulk.
Yeah.
Say, sorry, a year school, football club, a year coast clubs, Premier, Division 1, Division 2. And I say any form of organization. Ebianamu ye Jumeko, Namope JC, Edia Dimujuma.
Yeah.
Obefre the shop JD wa matru for you so 0501 35 97 76 and answer 0248 89 01 04 now justice ni omutu
bosuba and major pie
it means sisubio 0501 35 97 76 and answer 0248 89 01 04 justice ni the players eshe
okay
and you the supporters eshe it your friend na watch them the ope obi ope fans na die ni bi obi ope players na die ni bi na bebia wo bia no
delivery beba
obe deliver come no pay na Raymond
bimbila
enye problem
tamale
enye problem
wale
problem
okay
Accra any problem Central any problem Kumasi Accra dia no what to the friend no na any ndin hihye so kama na obe deliver na kama right on point
well Kessben 93.3 92.9 and was go so to Kessben television and now share live and also Facebook and so Kessben TV YouTube and Kessben television DSTV decoder so channel 364 and Go TV and 121 mitinamu and there must say Joe la kabebi bia obi ase Joe me ma good morning Tony Montana crowd amananesem and na yede to aso
me da CP Oheneba before se be kwa monane no inter schools and colleges no eno ada games outdoor etimi eba so na enye easy last match no e ka che obi attention say dem hwe our Kessben television so Asanteman and Sakafia and a boy match no Korea goalless penalties and Sakafia e winning 5-4 into Asanteman omo Efrimu earlier on na Eduban ashe kabakwa Jacobu antimi ante Jacobu ana eyi Kumasi High School Efrimu eno ada almost Efrimu because Eduman ehwem kabako a omo antimi anti ose twitwe Okers ehye Osectech esikafo akamienu a Osectech antimi anti OT ewo Kropon Abrempon ehye kabako a Pramper College amanfo antimi anti Adujanfi ehye bako wa Konfanoche enso antimi anti sa kanon OAS and fast track ebo goalless OAS be winning 6-5 on penalties. Sims ashe supercars cars free mu enra Sims eshomo kamienwa omo entimi ante ena mass phobia amas kumase eshe kabako a mankranso entimi ante way any games outdoor ekoso ewo kumase baba Yara Sports Stadium. And the Division 2 League in Ashanti region matches outdoor no to enye fedi agrokra amapaya wodo wani cha tonso a games outdoor koso wodo wani cha bantama koko asenso a matches no to so pi na second game no namoro ene no weapon ana airball 11 year na match no airba so wodo wani actually Prempeh College so a and then Kumasi Holy Boys ene City Football Club Asia na alignment so for line AstroTurf no so Benap omo ene Thunderbolt airball and no first game na Nyame admo chena so for line alignment Jump Boy Football Academy omo enso ene Jenak edi ataso and no chena Sunday 12 noon omo Paul Sama chena na Kase Young Chelsea Katachie ene Hakim omo atwen policeman Lake City Football Club way a Division 2 games are airbason na first class and then Kumauma United and so airborne match ni ochina West Coast wine and a first class and Kumauma yanko brekum and so far league maiden edition and and also Asha our brekum Methodist Park 4 games and yeah 8 10 12 now a year 2 so another game and so etimi abaso oko bechem so Division 2 league no orekodo enye easy cry matches outdoor baso ene ochina ewo Nana Fosu Giabo Park bechem citizens so far undefeated ewo omo matches outdoor omo aboway week 5 to so enye fedi agro we eso ana ejina na yehen sama ekoso ewo amononem yen hyase efefri Al-Nassr enu Cristiano Ronaldo Oshe 2 goals na Al-Nassr Oshe kamienu a Damak omo entimi ante na Ronaldo first goal no na penalty and a 0 and then ato atlenim na second half no or Samson ebenya a left footed shot and no ekoye 2-0 na wonim say so far Ronaldo was 915 goals 915 goals aka 85 goals na Ronaldo ni aim say obeshe 1000 goals no and so etimi abaso na wonim say Ronaldo our 17 goal contribution in 18 games for Al-Nassr this season. Now, was 14. I had 3 assists. In the last 18 games, we contributed 17 times. And more 14 there. I goals and 3 air by way of assist. Now, in the last 3 matches, so Ronaldo on one and so afa man of the match. When we say and after the game, Ronaldo, LED Al-Nassr players no echo applaud the fans no and that omoko supporters no echo bomb on some at the moment na ye Ronaldo and the teammates no. Ronaldo any Al-Nassr players no na your poor match na obi invade pitch no as usual Ronaldo obi prepare so no be tramfoni na the way post for no now Messi aye very aggressive no Ronaldo can say the montomo on the pitch invade and mpo ahopepenti or patreye na Ronaldo wan twene na ya anka ne namu bo ani na okachire koti for na post for ne say montomo me ho donti ana akwana invade pitch into Ronaldo enya time na pitch invader no ene no etwa self said our Kessben television so owe ya pe na a post for no ehuku no ball na bomo so ne sisi echi tam no am ne free park no sinti eno Ronaldo de sie Al-Nassr omo shaka be no Damak entimi antino na we our Kessben television so the classicer and so Barcelona and Awini Dortmund and Bayern Munich and Asia a big game okay Germany the biggest fixture and Basel Nuri Sahin coach Emma Borussia Dortmund or see the biggest game in Germany and Basel now Obia won a set of rules so much way a more than a league game and found any positions are two clubs no omo eda or the first or the last in part and found Bayern Munich and Dortmund omushia omo me nku anon another league on its own enti match way match omo be say omo edibedi agrokra also we are confident enti omo run with vim energy na feel omo try say against Bayern Munich no omo enso ebetimi edi nkunim na no see happen and a goalkeeper Gregor Kubel and so the be a source on and Edem Eddie Ama Dortmund or say against Zagreb in the UEFA Champions League, you know, now Dortmund a very dominant intisa dominance na and omo Eddie Echo a Bayern game, you know. Of course, only Bayern go bad. They're the biggest fixture. And you can say Orashipi, you can say Oye errors, and less errors, and then the Bayern Dortmund, and so Eddie Kunim, Vincent Company, and so your coach Eddie Eman. The Bavarians of Bayern Munich Vincent Company and so Akasa say it's the classicer now game way across the world obia and so follow supporters are yourself and then not necessary say all support Dortmund and now buying and the biggest fiction to obia and until also Bayern Munich very disciplined Dortmund team don't Champions League about 3 goals and the 2 mu na almost strength counter attack chill on the counter breaker into place no come anima very watchful at the back way and in some Vincent Company and so Eddie Etuja now Thomas Muller a senior player now so on shutdown Kenya been bought out by Munich now so the classic no or say or ever ready say coach in selecting in Kwandia why not and so ball or say Dortmund the biggest German rival. Sa rivalry now that omo and the Dortmund team the biggest our Germany is 3 points we know here Bayern Munich and so papa here come PSG goalkeeper Donnarumma walusu the number 1 spot no and the contract and so yet say Donnarumma onye happy with decision Luis Enrique and so ateki and until the contract no on be so extended na yate said continue hia ninche ana talent class ni pina anya Donnarumma omo epe ama goalkeeper numpo or consider say see na nema beko na Luis Enrique the better bench there and back to Italy na wakotwa ni go down and so so AC Milan say a four power ama Christian Pulisic or assist and also share so many goals now would say in the last 17 appearances for AC Milan no former Chelsea player Christian Pulisic our 13 goal involvement na 13 goals no e be assist e be so goals ankasa so far one share Eddie ama Milan na Milan any Empoli ball actually we coach Eddie pass Christian Pulisic be very instrumental on Rafael available so match no omo enso call for win Antonio Conte Napoli omo coach na okosiri ana Napoli and Eddie can Antonio Conte saying Italian football no sound so aman home because over so far Italian clubs no more in the UEFA Champions League Europa League and the Conference League now a sombo power now over Juventus Inter Milan and Roma how significant make impact Europe now a trust Italian football and yeah dead Inter Milan and Czech crowd 3 seasons ago equal whole finals in the UEFA Champions League Italian football no and so grow year papa yanko Barcelona 125th anniversary no and another and mark case anniversary no na enye easy crowd na our auditorium no and almost started say play Messi in the video na the greatest of all time in the history of Barca no player and some Barca team no Leo Messi and no that about Messi video na video ni no na auditorium no nipa dom no chante Messi Mercy enra nwa enye easy cry enti fans ahodo pi ana eba arena honoma na omo monitor enema Barca 125 year celebration no and our Kessben so no Barca member team no buy and Martin buy ya supporters no and in the Padroma no auditorium no start say omo chante Mercy edi na MNS Mercy Neymar and Suarez videos at the ebaye one Neymar or say it's a dream to be part of this story and so remain in my heart forever. The fact so nya kwanyampo ehye Barca just no kire say ebe na kuma mu forever and no and in sema Neymar da Silva Junior etudwa na Luis Suarez say the first ever Clasico ono ehye Barca colors at the boy Alitia Madrid no our camp no the greatest memory if you saw started say or Bobo into Barca club no 125 years ultimate stay mute there also the video and so eba and le message say a person or kasaka crab or say I want to say that I'm proud to be part of this club and I was lucky that God helped me to reach this place and allowed me to spend my life in this amazing club. We le message sama or the etuja na fans no tiema na omo chante mercy no mommy enko na enjoy kakra. Auditorium fans ana chante mercy na Juan Porta Barca president and I don't so address fans no na or say na ni pass Enranda Barca marking sa anniversary no na Barca because are competing and because are participating and because are entertaining fans now I must celebrate omo because Barca a bigger club and in 25 years and easy crowd. I'm going to full major trophies a hold weighing a Juan Porta Barca. I'm a president the message and that would deliver here. Now Barcelona ball against Las Palmas San match no Barca and now you be sir Diego Martinez only Las Palmas coach sir Barca players no I'm on form power Lamine Yamal back and now the ball Gavin Pedri, Robert Lewandowski, Rafinha, Munyan, future knows, you can place a Barca what ya, and then can you cancel Las Palmas place in home cry, Econ, Monju, Cocosa, Omowakusia kind. And team, it's not about the Barca place, no, Omo ahead, Diomo as Las Palmas, ebet me aye, and the same match when Omo Echo, Omo Encasapi, Nemo Bibia, and so ebet me SC, Hendrick. When we say Nancy on your games ni be embo na Ricky we after Liverpool defeat no Carlo Ancelotti started say oh you should Hendrick our first team not just Ochina against Getafe no obetimi as started at the Ama Madrid there's a possibility I coach na started so often ho adwene say obey you should Hendrick as a striker na Kylian Mbappe and move for Vinicius the position ho na ware so benya goals kakra minutes kakra at the Ama Hendrick na yento so o Madrid so ye Javier Tebas La Liga president na papa no wadwapa when himself Vinicius Junior and a picture between IG last Wednesday Real Madrid and Liverpool match no na on her game no post to IG na Javier Tebas say I'm not Tracy account no Vinicius Junior na Spain nemo channel na no her ball no na a Brazilian channel na just Paris wa parity enye legal anunti Javier Tebas watch officially akokoma Madrid are all site Vinicius for piracy say all Spain kwade no sen ko Spanish channel adentin also ko channel Brazil for edie we and kakra everyone and so Gareth Bale a former Real Madrid and Tottenham Hotspur player you be say Premier League no Club Ben Palo Gidi Pass obetimi agem na Champions League no so Club Ben and edge and also Liverpool and ebetimi age the English Premier League no kwan a obo enam so now Gareth Bale just be Ben Webster Liverpool ebeje afu English am Premier League no name Paul Merson ono central former footballer no and so Kasai say Man City and Liverpool match now eba swatch now no say Liverpool ewinia Man City ombe free race ni mu na say Chelsea ewini crowd Chelsea mom ebeba second na Chelsea eba second hold there and the Premier League no before December Chelsea ayirom ho na omo face Liverpool match omo boot for boot there. Nico said a right Chelsea off candidate potential winners na Chelsea one of them omo team at the Premier League no where you earning some Paul Merson and so Eddie Atuja Nicholas Jackson call for compared to Didier Drogba and Chelsea striker and say wa brepa o chesa de Drogba or your icon or your club legend and you can say obia Eddie up and coming player and then to tono there be Nicholas Jackson or your player fenoba na more time than night the patent Drogba a whole legend Emma Chelsea or Jimmy pass comparison on and fanting for a young to was Emano now you say Nicholas Jackson adoye on Fanya Quadrone or kwanu krom Senegal on Senegal krom pa osuma man niema na akọ some cities and parts of Senegal na omako distribute bi entade ebi nnuane ebi nsuo ebi drinks na for Hankoda school enti Nico Jackson odru Banjul oko Senegal oko Gambia Africa ha just oko outside Senegal nyina ekoye adoye no wonder in the ghost no and so a flow woto sa Ruud van Nistelrooy Man United legend no former interim manager Emma United and no done officially offer a new man to so a Leicester City omo manager na first interview awaye no mo bi entie Ruud van Nistelrooy dentia or Johnny Leicester.
I know what it's like to play and what it's like to be always in the limelight. So I can't wait to get on the pitch and start with them. Play forward and create chances, of course, is the main goal. Yeah, as a former striker, I can't wait to work together with him as well. We'll approach every game with one idea, and that's to win.
Well, Ruud, thank you very much.
Ruud van Nistelrooy, I'm about to games with only one idea. Say I'm ebe winning. Our objective is to win. Enti Jordan Ayew and Ishaku proud here. So I'm a club Leicester and a new manager. Ibrahim Konate and Suaka Kupra. Enti game against Man City no oye root out Hendrik Eprano. Real Madrid and then Liverpool game of course or Anfield. Enti it say 5 to 6 weeks, more than a month. And a Konate and so ebetenefi a onsia kan enfam emma Liverpool. Raheem Sterling only Mr. Arsenal for any contract we say loan now all from Chelsea no omo ebetonon and until Sterling bound can on show way until Arsenal for decide say after loan deal no the contract no omo enko say omo kwakoto Van Dijk a Liverpool player na wakasa e dia fagwin na omo nya over Madrid Champions League how otemu Mbappe Oma Mbappe kwambesi form na Premier League omoda first Premier League na omoda first national La Liga so omoda first ni na Van Dijk abano to fan kasa dia fa ho.
So Virgil, top of the Premier League, top of the Champions League, and you beat the European champions last night. Are Liverpool the best team in Europe at the moment?
I don't think I should give an answer on that. That's for other people to do that. What I definitely can say is that I'm enjoying the situation where we're in, but I want to keep enjoying that for the rest of the season. So it all starts with the hard work that we put in each and every day, and not full focus on the weekend.
So let's talk a little bit about last night before we go into the weekend.
Yeah, some Van Dijk and so I'm Eddie Atuja. Pep Guardiola say there, Master Football Club no, Bema Hias and Chelsea in a year no. Now I was say there, sorry Pep. I assure all Man City fans.
So we are second in the table. We are not in good moments in terms of results. In general, I have the feeling that we play more than decent, but not enough to win games. I said many times that maybe that we have to live as a club, as a team, me, myself, my players, live these kind of situations to give what we have done in the past, and we will be back. I know that. I don't know when. That is the truth.
And he must still be back. Name on him when. Against Liverpool there, I'm going to me for the say I'm able to cry away Pep Guardiola, Ruben Amorim about weekend way against Everton. Now United coach in the third game any one draw and then one win against Everton or some call for win.
I'm hoping to to win. It's going to be a different match with a lot of fighting, long balls, second balls, a quality coach that understands the league, understands the moment of the opponent. We need to have the ball.
Ruben Amorim, Man United coach now, you're turning car. Young come matches outdoor air Barcelona, which you English Premier League, Enra, Friday night football game at Barcelona, Brighton. Surprisingly, Southampton, and no ball draw 1-1. Mitoma and I Brighton for goal and no chances before so ocean or not P now so Wabogu a match no echo drawn and about 3 years Brentford and Leicester City airport Crystal Palace air train Newcastle United Nottingham Forest Asia Ipswich Town Wolverhampton Wanderers airport Bournemouth now West Ham about 5:30 omo any Arsenal and so about Ochina Sunday 1:30 Chelsea any Aston Villa 1:30 na Man United airport Everton Tottenham Hotspur and Fulham Asia na above forward Liverpool our Anfield against Man City Liverpool Edikan 31 points Brighton Aberdeen second 23 points Man City at the third 23 points Chelsea at the fourth Arsenal at the fifth Tottenham at the sixth Nottingham Forest at the seventh now over Man United position and at the 12th on the league table 18th Ipswich 19th Crystal Palace and Southampton Tour Ellen Haaland has 12 goals. Mo Salah has 10 goals. Brad Mbwambo Brentford was 8. Na Chris Wood Nottingham Forest and so Ashe 8 Nicholas Jackson Chelsea 7 goals and so a team Ashe Yenko Spain and Premier League match Barcelona enye easy cra and Spain Mallorca and Valencia and a boy na Mallorca Valencia by 2 goals to 1 and a Bowana Barca and the Las Palmas airball now 3:15 Deportivo Alaves and then Leganes airball Ubenya Espanyol and Celta Vigo Rayo Valladolid and Atletico Madrid and so airball and 8 p.m. now Ochina Sunday, Spain League, no Manchester, Barcelona, Villarreal, and Girona, Real Madrid. Nyame admo about 3:15 and Getafe airport, Rayo, Abetran Bilbao, na Sociedad, and Real Betis abo Barca, Edikan 34 points. Real Madrid at a second, 30. Atletico Madrid and that third, also 29 points. Now over to Valencia 18th, Espanyol 19th, and Valladolid to Pichichi, Golden Boot, no, Robert Lewandowski, and Asher more goals. Was 15, an only player. Only the Pichichino, our Spanish Premier League, Yankon, Italy, Enra, Marcha, Barcelona, Kayari, Omo Eshe Kabakua, Girona, Omo Antimi Antenti Siriano, and Como, and Monza Airball 5 year, AC Milan, and Empoli Asia, Nam Bologna, and Venezia Abo, and we are 7:45 Ochina Sunday, Udinese. Everton Safre Genoa na Parma and Lazio abo Torino Everton Napoli and on 2 p.m. Fiorentina and Intermatch no China Sunday kick-off no 5 name 7:45 for China Lecce and Juventus ebebo na on Monday AS Roma and Atlanta and so abo Napoli Edikan 29 points Atlanta at a second Inter Milan at a third Fiorentina na at that fourth AC Milan at a seventh I was Serie A table no so na okwato na 18th Como 19th Monza and Venezia etwa na Rutegi Atlanta was 12 goals Marcus Thuram Asher 9 Ademola Lukman Asher 7 goals at the Atlanta yakwa Germany and St. Pauli, Kiel, 3-1, and 2:30, RB Leipzig, and Wolfsburg, Ebebo, Werder Bremen, and Stuttgart, Freiburg, and Mönchengladbach, Augsburg, Ebertren, Bochum, Union Berlin, and Leverkusen, now the Klassiker, and so about 5:30, Dortmund, and Bayern Munich, so airborne, and a match in Airbus, watching Sunday, Mainz, and Hoffenheim. Heidenheim and so Eberborn, Hoffenheim, Omo any Eintracht Frankfurt, Ebesia, Bayern Munich, Edikan 29, Frankfurt at a second, RB Leipzig at a third, Leverkusen 4th, and a Dortmund, and so at a 5th, our Germany, Omo a league table, no so Harry Kane, Asher 14 goals. ɛna Omar Mamouche ɛwɔ Frankfurt wahyɛ 11 wei mu ɛne top 2 scorers ɛwɔ German league no yɛkɔ French Ligue 1 ɛnra Rem anhyɛ bi Len ɛkɔ som kamienu ɛnɛ Rennes ɛne Saint Etienne Brest ɛbɛbɔ Strasbourg PSG ɛne Nantes ɛbɛhyia ɛno ɛyɛ 8 ɔkyena Montpellier ɛne Lille Le Havre ɛne Angers Toulouse ɛbɛbɔ Auxerre Lyon ɛne Nice Marseille ɛbɛtwɛn Monaco PSG di kan 32 Monaco at a second 26 points Marseille at a third Lille at a fourth Lyon at a 7th at 12 Nantes 18th 7th Nantes at a 16th 17th Angers and the chat to Montpellier Bradley Bacola PSG ono na ashe Morgos washe 10 and Mason Greenwood former of Man United and the second top scorer our French league nima ono enso ashe 8 Jonathan David ashe 7 goals at the Amal Lille omo a club no Oheneba wada Roma we esu ni ejina na enkofo close nsem no ye de asi
Well, better say Tony Montana, Manoni, some outdoor Tony Montana didn't a day a bray. And the came and Yabijafonino, a ye credo, Nanso, ye bedine waba, Simaka crebi, ye ba, na fe, a Manonin Samano, a Bijafortanas ni rare Manonin Samni, Yepe, na fe, Twaso, T Africa, na fe, there are stories in Yano at the Abramahai Kessben 93.3, in cry a 92.9. Ye call Dr. Megashi, Nasreye. Yaba yebeto adwumedie ne so sabre
Dr. Magashi me ka kire say yade se owidiem ni peduanim anase omo ko sunsum kra na omo dwen ho e na omo tam yare ne to say bam say eno na emfa ho kire na ohia famrewa to anamomra Dr. Magashi wo ene nyame ya adom branch na ye bi okumase no ye bi wa Accra Kaswa prison junction wo takra de ye wa Pawan Kejebri government school Womo takwa bogoso nyina no ye wo takwa bogoso power line enu kra hu fie nu kra wo ye mbehye maka say hey Dr. Magashi nu kwa de ye ka che won say
waso ye na wo bogoso
ha enye fie kitwa eya ablonsan miensan ya kabo enya asem kitwa eti Dr. Magashi de me ka che won say ya de ti wabusue ni bi so na se bi ompese abusue na ba beda ne burden wo so na de bia da wa besere so skema ni hwa ye wo hindia kire ni Dr. Magashi wo mo techima ho nyina no techima hensua bebia Mount Carmel Senior High School no number no 0547 04 43 07 0547 04 43 07 so okay Ezekiel chapter 34 the verse number 4 now was one more hojo no misre mi nuanum say mumma wo ho nya wo den ana wo ho yare no mun try some mesa wo yade hwa adwuma Yesu Kristo di jaye no me nua eya yare sa adwuma etiro ka che esuafo te bia mbe ko bia no di o yare no moma ne ho nto no di o ye kwatani moma ne ho fi di ye de nde so aso no sometimes baby yare enti Dr. Magashi mpisro so obi anya pressure na pressure no eno ne nam so ntia ne bema akofom obi da diabetes edro so ane ama ne bema ye atofom onto anamomra Dr. Magashi wo me say afiwe mema obema ye sa prankam mema obema ye se odenke mema obema ayese pozozo because mema eduma bem eno na tre 7 ma ye ti asem Ezekiel eka asasem 23 verse 20 was omo bema omo atenase no omo bema ye mre no omo bema omo yire no makai omo x a omo bema susu etise funponko bema etise bema kra se woni oba e wo ho na se woni ni ntimi na o bema na nkasa etimi fon ye won pedifo bro no omo bema fon afutu amedi masa afo nyina se insuo nwunu e hye fridge mu ye ice water no munyai nom because ade ewu ne ye de hye fridge mu wonum nsuo nwunu na se to yem se kima etse de wasesa wo yem ne nyina de gu fridge mu ade se estati se eyehye ansa na se eyedwuma enti na Ghana ni ubehu pani bi onye sika bia no oinam se nsuo nwunu ni fridge nti ene air conditioner hodro no the end of the obo se nipa ne fast ade se eyetotwe ekese wa ma ne ba ma ya kodi ne fum enu na aba Dr. Magashi wa so ba ma na kodi wa fum a ye betwe oba ma ne piama wo number ni 0547 04 43 07. Abasubodi e di amami. Eya abasubodi e di adanse se. Eba ne se ebibiduro yemfa haban mane du bransa yade a. Almost that audition or ye nyina nipa wo se fata se ye bona baso a yade a o eye sunsuma de yade ye honam de otimi sa abraha obia ma ho no oni Dr. Magashi enhu abasubodi ni Simba Africa endo me say empanifo ena mai mi hu say ye papa nana koju jesi say ono kwa ye friend Samuel enti as an friend of Dr. Magashi me say empanifo e she wa himfo titru obi so say ha abrante ni when ye call no ho a ye call no ho e hu say ampa adwuma wo ye ne ye no krotro enti Dr. Magashi de me say so wo ta kwampa temu ho a kota krade apawan kijebri Sansuna se bogosu ne benwa. Yo bogosu power line. Kronumu ene wudu ha somebody aji baby Dr. Magashi.
Okay.
If you say ejuma ya yenom, ye do baby a municipal no kwa yankasa. I say, oh, doctor na aba hey. Mama ye money baby no for the somebody nyana ezi. Opani die pese ma moti asene sen. Nipa yade na ma nipa ye hieni. Yade na gu nipa ni masem. Yade betumi ayiwa fini pati biem. Ama ubenu hu kra so ba wiase. Dr. Magashi say, Tuanamona bra, Kumase fue bra, Kumase mazi macro. Kumase macro. And number Juma Pent would see macro dancing ne. Bisobia so called Dr. Magashi. Obia betcho say Dr. Magashi the Hayano. Na penny from pim Ghana from penny for. Or munina jia to Muse no crap. Abranten yadi. And to my foot to ceremony my district crime did to a buying and him say, I can hear her bad nursing training. Because Nim Diana Mikutano. Me pese me wu me di nim de meko me pese me kire ndo ni bi na e kire ma no hu so mfa so efise so okay Romans chapter 14 the verse 2 a wo se obi wo gidie se otumi de dwane na bi de wo sha ase ye mre ne de ondi ahan duane nko opani ahan duane na David di ya enam so nte Nyankopon ben no Daniel chapter 1 Daniel chapter 1 the verse 12 no was Daniel sre apafo no say mayefu moduane eni nsuo no enti bra apafo hinde ma o ma do 10 days no o mu say Daniel ni ho aye fe eni ne nkrofo na ni mu so te enu na nam so nti obeyi aduane na fi o say Daniel mundi ha aduane nko a enu na Dr. Magashi me koso ka kire o say yade bi hye wo widiem yade agi ni pedua boso obi de asthma obi de diabetes obi de pressure obi de cancer obi de kidney problem obi de infection obi power that me otimi susa na obi flare no say hey Dr. Magashi ye call hospital be almost or fibroid 3 oba me ho man eduru ni wa fa ne ho afa ne ba enti de hia ne say obetu anama ba enya me nko aso ne ye dwuma me wonim di fu a obedu a ye di mfide cheki ni pedua ne ho ade ko ni pote hawo enti ye say wo ba no aka se me de yesunsum de na emani nkosu scan ni pa number ni 0547 044307 0547 044307 openi de me pese multi asene say yade bi o wiase bia wa aduro so kan Deuteronomy 28 verse 21 was nipa a omo aso odin no mema yade e fe no ofenye de ba de yare achi nipa manipa fon okay e bi hepatitis B HIV to achi na obodu so body ne so tia na eti openi yare bia wa aduro na mo se wanya di obetumi de aduro na hwewa say nipa na obeka say na duro ni ho because Nyankopon e kan wasem Exodus chapter 30 verse 25 was say duro ni de me de be ma omo am be fra akoma pam no mbe fra ne dufra fo nyansem edufra entine say nya haban baako ye kika haban ni bom ni afra de amount na ya de na tusu na firu so akọ de wanya kidney problem na say nipa no opa duro a etu ase no eno na so be ko Dr. Magashi Herbal Clinic so obi efu ayese de abon dua to anamo bra Dr. Magashi Herbal Clinic obi enim kosua no ohu ade a eni so ye bleh ase de nansenten tande eni kosua so obi on mo so ohu ade wa kira na ayese de bo eda so otu anamo ba Dr. Magashi wa opani eduro na Nyankopon de jaga na man no ahaban matumi ewom no onyankopon bie so akyere me me kama asem sese me pia bonten a enhaban nankasa ne me kasa na ne adanse a ekoso e wo Dr. Magashi asoye no esawani ense me ka kyerɛ efi sɛ so wonya tu anamon kra bedu hɔ na yare ne sɛ ye oto ase onan kokom usisi wachinkasai abasobodi ne kra crown ne bi na komu enya asem keto abasobodi ne bi ne opani de make ya gigi bebre na ye mekɔ akɔgye word award dia Ghana for because me pese me mani party as say Ghana nso ye wade e haban mana ye nananom eyusu ye obi enya twu etwu dan edanimu eno no oba ye wode ode sa wo sase kim etwu ne befiri ho sometimes obi kura hwewa ba ko ye kese chen ba ko a otumi pe ahaban ne fe ne wagahye ahaban wagasha haba ne so aba tse hwewa o yam keke na so de akeke du kakrafra nipa ne sabento me nupe de ne hwewa no ahono ayeke tintontan ko opani induro no ye panim di fu a obe kyerɛkyerɛ kwan no no be yusu haban de asa yale na timi agi ye fi o hawo ni amane ma we Dr. Magashi fi mama sa wo ton ho ato atwene no kre na Dr. Magashi de mababe du se me be boa emo man na tumpon so man no so be tumpon a efi apomoden se de ye ekoto aba 2024 we December 7th we abato na nkasa ya akonya ne ye kwakoprim akonya ne ye oko enya ye kuni enya se ye kuni enya wi na danim tumi sana haban man du bra no nipa nyankopon de ho ahwencha che no oko no nya ye tie ni be boni pa amadi pa wide atomo eti number no 0547 044307 me ma lawyer Morris ampa waduru bi onuma duru no wie na masa wa ma me fie on kran lawyer Morris ampa me ma na duru bi onuma duru no wie na ma me fie on kran say Dr. Magashi o hia se kaso a honemu wa anti ben kran ha eti kanesi wo no ma ba bi wo no ma yesisi wo de me kanesi opening de oye djuma pa ne e bona baso enti Dr. Magashi de eduro na bi kano eduro na be di bi ho me say mema no de oye bema no fa obema bo asen eti oye bema no so obema ye mre obema etwitwikom gonorrhea je obema bo so a fa na ma ne bra Dr. Magashi wo number is 0547 044307 0547 yeda omo ya award ni nyina ase Samba Africa omo ya de say yemfa makwa because before so be this award we no na ye say ya trans ya investigation fa ho hwe ma me nka sembi opani bi tro letter di ba Jubilee House o hia Dr. Magashi enya asem keto Dr. Magashi de hwe me say the one ti di some ko fa ti di Magashi but ayom na small boy hwe edin wo hoda but honhom atimi mu na fa din no enu na nam so ti wo ba na yare no te senkra me
kudin komono yare bi ha obia no ko Dr. Magashi ne kira kwan obeboa ama yare yetu ase de ama ha Kessben 93.3 92.9 Facebook Kessben television YouTube and so Kessben television abedwafo tena se behwa ama no ni nsem no mu yewie pe na fe yeto aso the other stories ato aso de amamo and the came atena se sanso and a Newton Latte and a Wal Mohammed Hudu and so atena se ne and a se Franco Naro ni jumedie no ekoso ne na ni PhD and I say meka say ye bona baso mo modern ba obonti say Franco Naro congratulations baby awobia Andy akwaba na ho ye de
me do so ka
okay na amana na himfa na de befa
well as usual the middle top flight league no eguso ayekoso oko Germany the classic Dortmund against Bayern Munich bebaso in the Premier League you were the lives of Chelsea playing against Aston Villa, Arsenal against West Ham United, and then you have Manchester City, the big game, Manchester City versus Liverpool, and then Manchester United, Ruben Amorim, the third game, against Everton, and then Barcelona, Las Palmas, Real Madrid versus Hatafe, and then over Syria another time Bema, Inter Blada Fiorentina, and major top flight leagues, and me person me ashe.
Newton akwaba na bibi fine.
Yeah, sure.
And so him for na behwe.
Oh, foreign kakra. Definitely. I'm worried my mom for interest for the kind of gamer or person we install in the Manchester United fans.
Yeah.
I'm struggle check looking after manager betting I trust from baby Salas Ferguson in Jano. They've tried different managers. They've always been looking for a manager with me. I'm at the imprint. You can say artistic football, style of Bonnie identity. They've been looking for one. Me interest. Locally, lot of FA Cup games. Basel. I'll be sending my warning to Premier League clubs. When he said Division 1, I'm 4 yard pa. But because you follow Premiership a lot in Division 1, you won't follow. All Blacks, All Blacks, but ball weekend way, so you're very careful.
Okay.
Soccer intellectuals, and so you're very careful. These are all teams.
What about Rainmasters?
Rainmasters and Kotoko ball preseason among Elusu 3-1. Now, among league season, starting year pa. I had wanted to send one warning to my coach. Possessing football, no, the Division 1 on how much no. I'm also so bad this weekend. Yeah. But it's a big warning to Premiership side. What anymore? New Dubia City Nations, another top cracker. New Dubia City, who knows a Division 1 club or Oheneba? New Dubia who knows a Premier League club. It's game one in nations, but boy nations being second on the table, no. So nations at the name run anymore at the Nuka to so not one to me and rear guard no defense. New would be as with me across a surprise. These are all games of more interest. And of course, we go SAS and Samates. I know the Premier League status game. That's what also weekend we say.
Awa!
Yeah. Well, I think it's a champ tournament in A under 3-2.
Yeah.
Se bedroom maybe na se ebia na maswa ebetimi major is bedroom. We say some of the countries no shall see a pull out. So what ha Mickey ene amenu ka say Tunisia pull out. So omun sia ka biom. So bringing to around 6 countries or pull out to champ tournament. Because North Africans, Libya pull out, Algeria pull out, Egypt pull out, Tunisia pull out, South Africans pull out. Already Gabon pull out. So I had bet me do maybe some of the other countries in the Belgium. I said, I didn't share see by euphoria no so pa. From 2009, you bought competition na aqua copim the last one so Algeria. And it gave platform to top players they passed through the champ tournament and Omutimisiki greener pastures abroad. But I think there's an insane interest eba from Kakra. So is it Mickey Ukoba yebehim. And of course, Puskas Awards was a Mickey a few way African players nominations are Bemupa. Mohamed Kudus, Owe Paul Onuachu, Owe Yassine, Benzia, Dennis Omedi. Mickey Ukoba. Yes. So Mickey, you're very good now. After Puskas Awards, I say a few way Africans are featured for best goal award. No, I think the Ukoba. Mickey, you behave.
Kudus go no dey say tomano.
That go.
Kudus go Messi na share. No did you with him.
Yes.
So go away Messi na share straight.
George Free Center.
Yes, against Friday.
Yes.
So Messi or Ronaldo na share.
It was even any center board generally.
Yes, only half.
Only half. Not center. No half. I mean, say top player.
I wish they can get us.
Yeah. Say top player. Say Messi Mudi aka vote.
No, be
smooth.
Straight away.
On 1.5. You Champions League, I mean the
Europa League level.
Yes.
That is a Basana, a you player no status and account.
Yeah, we stage account.
No, so we ordinary play now share classic go quite easy say go on the award. Which is not fair.
Oh, as a player no fairness they say we are saying there. Miki, fairness down there ba. Fairness the baby
net mu no say Messi na ya we ya.
And no comment here say Messi.
And na kaka mu you are
person na ya dia. Onu dey on deserve award no.
Mama nkyere wa de kwa me. Ade bia wo ye bia no. 1 you need a platform. 2 you need a PR. 3 you need personality. 3 you need numbers around you. Platform na ugina so na ebon eye hen eno no ye 1. Number 2, wo na nkasa na Efro Kudus Mohammed no numbers te say. Ye body any passer na eto ni passer ne som. Any passer na be man recognition go outside. Say the Namibia, omo game no mo follow ni closely. Finland, Vietnam, say the omo nyina ba. Kwa mo na do so. So wo hwe Germany, Italy, Spain, Omo de omo ye kakra bi o. But in change for the Africa. We Nigeria now we Ghana from now Cameroon South Africa. Now we the big guns the free ma. Hwe literally amhwe Botswana hwe Niger mo no. E ho no wo bia na. Nti se wonya saa nyema nyana won say nya numbers. Obi o ho anasem ba ya no bia afred. It is the reason why Ronaldo be call YouTube. In less than hours, she figures will pull you.
Ah, no, Obi a 10 years.
Only 2.1 subscribers. Only 2.1 subscribers. Until say almost say Rodri and my social media. But after winning Ballon d'Or, no Rodri. 2 minutes to your guarantee interview. He want to be in the news. And Kudus, I think this season new. Nidina Bafem. Last season, dear, Kudus was all over the place.
Go away there. Even Salah mpo. Me you Messi Ronaldo. Salah nya go away ya.
Salah Klauko. Mbappe. Any career.
Mbappe nya go away ya.
Mickey ball no baby of far a brain 18-yard box.
Yes.
The quality of the goal. Oh, Mickey.
Of the goal.
Yeah.
What you say?
Yes.
But Kikamuni na be Kikamuni na say Salah gone dia sankofona na. Ya dia what?
Sana football player we all Real Sociedad. Kubo bolo Real Sociedad. Say any of the big teams are. She son your man of Tottenham Hotspur. Kwame. Son pa.
Ontimi pie.
E die na Rashford. Garnacho, Kai Havertz, Martinelli, Bukayo Saka,
Omocheno,
Kopama, Sancho.
Na fe for dem okro mo so sa o.
No, cry if you're talking about class in the Premier League.
So no big goal.
Or what the brand level.
Yes. Oh yeah.
But who even talks about him? Why cry na what he say? Ye pe player. Na yon call for son. Kolomwani we yetimu di ete kofa o. Goncalo Ramos mo. Ni akofo mbati di oda hoyi kwame. Obia kra money din
stage and popularity ejuma.
So what you say? Nti Kudus go na there say last season because this season there I think say onya chance babaka. E also samba na home because this season there ni din kofa but kwame this kind of goal classic, top class, top notch, top drawer, and I think it's also
it deserve it. Award no, it deserve it.
As usual, you go swear to us. So now, when say investors, you're ready for the games. Say Basel, Europe. First of all, we started from the classic. I want Bayern Munich. Any team I friend Borussia Dortmund at the boyni. Na MPP, na obi ti say me issues with young coaches you push you to a team so demanding no here results. But so two teams are Bundesliga in this time. That is Bayern Munich and then Borussia Dortmund. Omo decided say from the old guys control the Bundesliga na bema the young coaches no the opportunity no more so etimi abom modern into you Edin Tadic Borussia Dortmund a man the chance ultimate take it team no to the Champions League final. After him another former player in Nuru Karim Sahin and Omakako fan so ma coach team no and so call the other side of a team that is Bayern Munich. Kwame omonso no afa company ye nyina se da bi se ka ho check the status of Bayern Munich and come here experienced coach na watimi ya adwuma na mane matimi akoyi ediama but omonso aba a young coach opportunity ono so ebon homodin so for Bayern Munich team na this season out of the 11 games o ma bodo o ma win mako 9 o ma draw 2 Dortmund at the 5th on the league table and Yaman Koye Famomo. And so check the gap between the two teams and 9 points and them Bayern Munich 29 and you have Borussia Dortmund 19 points and them. And that is 10 points within the two. And the will say, ye both company say Europe they are not performing until some Beshi team friend Paris Saint-Germain last game against Aston Villa and Koye, against Barcelona and Koye. But in the German Bundesliga, a few way the BBH say a coach no whole last season Thomas Tuchel do amko this time never beat me akoyi enti ene obi say who said this season there Abraham friend Harry Kane is likely so beat me win a trophy clearly so head out to team now o my a bit of changes kakra But the likes of Riesen, Ofa Obiti say Anton, Ofa Obiti say Bensimbani, Slotterbeck is still there in the absence of Matamas. Oben Finfiwa, Omukofa Pascal Gross, Michel Sabista is still there, Julian Brandt Elho, Omu Abrantia, your friend, Donny Malen, Segu Gurasi, and all those guys are still there. Omu make waves on Elho. Bayern Obienim, the players are more and upfront, how deadly Omoye. So what let us say, oh, Abrantia friend, Jema Muzella. Nasa o Coleman on the left because company gradually Eddie Abrantia your friend Eye Kingsley Coleman about Bejina left ho and then we have Hurricane e topper. There was so yen say u difference in the betimi and making sure so mbe concentrating number more money cost just to make sure so mu betimi any very good results because Bayern Jana Omaso and the performance of their room in the Bundesliga it will be very tough say Kwame Dortmund betimi ejina omanim me pese me chess our game in who bebrebe away though, but I think it is a game that I'm going in for double chance Bayern Munich. I'm taking Bayern and say at least their worst will be a draw in that particular game. Over the Premier League, Chelsea bought against Aston Villa or the Stamford Bridge. Now offer team friend Aston Villa and Huna Emrea. On also the last 3 games I was born in Yaman Koye and Famano into Ocean against team my friend Crystal Palace or Bordeaux. Ocean against Tottenham Hotspur Okolusuye and as Ocean against Liverpool so etimisheno into 3 games on my bomb di room at the Stamford Bridge and ya dear say team your friend Aston Villa no nyama timi akoye di amomo into omudi room against Chelsea who are just on form. The Chelsea actually say big teams they struggle against them, but when it comes to teams now omubro omosone dia enya dey say teams ne betimi ne omaye enti now this is a Chelsea team more confidence omatimi atu be actually, and even when they use their second string side for the Conference League now still who said team my friend Chelsea no omo 8 away and Nkuku is just on form. The other guy is a coach, a friend Enzo Maresca more opportunity no omo nyina performing against Aston Villa. What a Villa team now? Mark Rogers, John Duran, and then Abrantia friend Oli Watkins. Any the guys who anymore omubonde bono esweni so who you any free game look at club na loss of concentration with the defense of Fofana and then Ofa Obi say Levi Cowell Kokoera is on form and then Malo Gestua. These are young guys who are playing very very well, but also more many called attack no ye Onana anyho and to Boubacar Kamara any Abrante for Yulu Telemann in the control midfield no. And for Chelsea midfield whether you start Enzo or Abrante friend Romeo Lavia Chelsea good to go. There was Aston Villa for 2 moments call when they say Abrante friend Kopama and then the last game that they played EPL no coach started Joao Felix Kopama and Node Maduke. So started 3 players behind Arsenal. A team full of creative spark, a team full of individual brilliance, and no more the ability in the final third don't bet me Amiki Amens. And Ofo Bise Lucas Dean on the left, Ofa Matthew Cash, Nasa Ofa Diego Carlos Pau Torres. These are very good materials. Almost a mistake. Almost Diego Carlos is very robust. And Tim Pempi, no, not tie mistakes. But Chelsea attack, the moment almost started saying, who's the dimensions, they clearly roles near well defined, and the guys are playing very well. Now, Sanyama Koya, almost how the guys are bencher, almost so etimi Eddie ABB. It's way a gamer. Emiliano Martinez will be very, very busy because of the Chelsea attack and the performance almost putting up. At the Stamford Bridge, Kwame, may call double chance for Chelsea. Chelsea West will be a draw game the Stamford Bridge. Now Manchester United ball against Everton. Kwame say who your coach? That's our first match. Team are your friend Ipswich Town. That's all been our second game at the Old Trafford with the EPL. That's also about a struggling Everton side there. Not just a Ruben Amorim Obano. Nyame na Eshana or Deba Bubuku a friend Manchester United. Everton team no. There's still old guys no more now and experienced players no, but performance no to say. Ashley Young is still there. Makalinko is still there. Dem Tarkowski and then you are talking about Brandt Feno. Brace with a bar so about Manchester United. No? These are the 2 centre backs. And a midfield of Idris Aganage, Sheikh Omar Diokori, and then all those guys are still there. The likes of Dwight McNeil, Calvin Lewin, Kwame. we guys are omoda so Everton oma wo ho ache but ebre bia no game ni ko say ya be wan say omo prewase o nation dice about be save for in the final minute. United game oma bono they are still learning as to how they will adapt and accept the 3-4-3 now. Coach Efen Ruben Ebono enti the first game against Ipswich or Ensisan Kakra Ocean against in the Europa Cup or Ensisan Kakra, and this time you expect him to obey changes Kakra. The team ni problem no the organization at the back, the roles in midfield because nano game or boy any there. So she game a branch of friend Manolo Gatti be boy na. The coach ni pen midfield no and Manolo Gatti at the man no. Enti midfield no gradually or right. But the problem is attack no. E konya Manchester United be first wa create any konya be first wa bury chances no. Rasmus Holland 2 goals, Garnacho still are SA chances no. Enti e honey baby a obe expect say coach ni betimi ayen sign kakra. But in all, if you are playing Everton at home dia kwame, now you coach ya. I was so hopeful and I'm going for a win for Manchester United against Everton. And na 5:30 enumre and a West Ham United ne Arsenal Eddie Boom the London Park. West Ham United last game boy against Newcastle United almost St. James winning by 2 goals. At least gradually when we say the players of West Ham United don't see near Mase Kakra under coach your friend Julia Lepitegi. Inti ho no do we abeshim ho no do we abeshim and so the likes of Killman, the likes of Dawson, Emerson Pemeri, and all those guys or don't remu kakra and midfield no what try different pair into the last game of boy no obo Lucas Paqueta and then Thomas Susek and all the Samuel Abba left and all the Carlos Sela Abba 10 and all the Jura Bogren as usual on the right with Michel Antonio leading the line into Nenimono in the absence of Kudus no wayen sign kakra was say Guido Rodriguez and then SN Alvarez a film and was changing it because those are the guys I will use to season start here. But unfortunately, results no and so team into an was some kakra. Our Hessan Yama waiting Yakoyi at Yamano. Arsenal on the other hand, season start here and then Yama said Koyi, but gradually Arsenal so pick it and back to form. And one thing only West Ham bar we are sure to say West Ham team no lack that compatibility. Say team no Roma or bebre because in Spain for the come first organized team they defend by possession. It is all red team no and Arsenal, Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli, and then Kai Havertz. Those are the guys. Odegaard Babaki said there. Now when you GDS and Thomas Tepati, Kwame last game of Bodima Arsenal, Obi Onyatan Shebien who said you are watching the prime party. Brilliant player in that particular order. Into a gamer, Arsenal quite away there, but may call for Arsenal, says Joe, Kwame, Arsenal to beat me. I will need that particular game at the London Park. Now the big game. Liverpool airport against Manchester City. Now Kwame say in the whole game him. Liverpool eche Manchester City omo trim e dey akọ 10 points. Next league you know comfortably omo lead ya omo team dey akọ ye baby. Say Manchester City enso ekoluswa next the losing streak of Pep Guardiola and also a record for floor. Say Manchester City etimi ko che Liverpool next say Manchester City so 10 tables gradually because omo ko venue are very difficult for them to win. And omoko akwa man e matimi akoyi e de amomo. Clearly Pep team no di remu no e team a so wo hwem finfin na hode no wo fam. Ka work any form but Pep use no. Ake on and off Manuel Akanji John Stones the last game omo boy and I'm fine but obviously those are the guys are best ticket to. Now the problem here Gravenberch, McAllister, Dominic Soboslai crowd no hu but the two anchor now omo a city midfield no omo na Kwame omo hu and so we Manchester City in central midfielder Gundogan na hu odeni wo fam Matthias Nunes is not a typical central midfielder and those are the two guys Pepe so be use omo or he love to play Gundogan as a pivot no about Bernardo Silva any Kevin De Bruyne say the pre obo 6 no about double 10 David Silva Kevin De Bruyne Fernandinho Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Rodrigo Cascante into double 10 with a certain midfielder. Sana nka Pep bepe so obeko. But say what we Gundogan, he plays centrally than being a lone pivot in midfield. Say because onko ate as a lone pivot in midfielder. Unfimfi no Kwame emuye ha opposition ne track Kevin De Bruyne ne Bernardo Silva no mo ko defense so. And obi onim City bia nim say unya the confidence to attack them eya na ma ho de no esua eti those are the area wo hwese Pep ebetimi ayedie Foden by any form ne Kwame Foden by form ne Savino has been on and off goes them but he's one player or in terms of the channel of supply and creativity for Manchester City he's one player or by an all boy yepa Foden on the left now about Erling Haaland in the absence of Konate. It will be a big blow to Liverpool because Van Dijk it depending on the central pair no and otimi edi enya no ho abone ball na open. So in the absence of Konate, which other player or whether the likes of Gomez and other players are well because of the worker coach FN and slot so no obi abenya the confidence to play but sanka unya Van Dijk and Konate pay na at least unim so they will give you that assurance and that stability but back obe Messi and Obenya Conor Bradley game of boy against Kylian Mbappe will be able to know obe me see this game Trent Alexander-Arnold will be back to fill the right side into Liverpool and in terms of attack omu a lot to choose from Darwin Núñez Mo Salah in some form Luis Diaz is just on form Cody Gakpo Neba on to the different quality and different personality na Eba again it is Liverpool against Manchester City and Kwame this is a game Manchester City timina 1 point crowd more ebe you you can only bet on them to score but may call a win for Liverpool at the Anfield but
losing almost lose biom
Kwame I don't see Man City say more bibia Liverpool home on bibia.
Wow.
Yes, they can make amends going forward. But at Anfield, so I'm players in our home. No team in our home. No more former. The last time winning one for the other bay.
Okay.
Young fan say City or form. Young fan say Rodri ho. All those guys are more engineering in our home. Come I want the only room come winning Anfield. Let's say. Not so guys know. Yes, any I can say Pep team is function around his midfield. The last time I can say in Barcelona it was Busquets, Xavi, Iniesta. In Bayern Munich, it was Thiago Alcantara, Xavi Alonso, Javi Martinez, Arturo Erasmo Vidal. Oba team I friend Manchester City, I have Fernandinho, David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne. Fernandinho when you have Breno, and what the Rio Cascante by Kevin De Bruyne or the Bernardo Silva Babecaho. Into a name Finfino, Rico Lewis, and you fully fit. Rodrigo Eniho, Afena, KDB Eba, Bernardo Silva for a long time, the Dianco Feb. It's a Pep team the best start here. He should have a player or best sitting in front of the back line to set the tone for him. That player is missing. And so no set we are Ofo bi say Gundogan and ho de na ba fem. And tisa first no. Enti the opposite onya from Ike Gundogan ho no. Unya se ball ni kura ne dia. Uhu ne so mfa so. But se ball ni kura ne dia. Enya de say uhu sa mfa so na wo expect say unsa beka free no unya. Enti Gundogan ho de ne so ayde. Aba fem nti ama pepum finfin na ide aba betom oni control e won finfin obetimi dominate possession no and Pep for once the guys ne control and pass ne doso in Toronto United players are always person betimi akura ball na twekra no mo nyina jejem and the moment abejem no e ma opponent no out than bow e won vital area no esa e den dem and Erling Haaland Kwame nansi games no bon no say chances to do nti a game I'm going in for a Liverpool win. Barcelona Las Palmas, Lamine Yamal is back. Barcelona any good results at the Belados, but at the Mundi Stadium, I don't think it's a match. Barca beat me a break. An emphatic win for Barcelona against Las Palmas. Real Madrid with all their troubles. Mbappe says you knew the numbers done. Mbappe who say, "Baby, I'm not in Chrome for a time, no dene kono, unuru ho." I feel now when the real test as a footballer. If you saw share the ball as singing and I feel when you the real test. So what you Chrome Kwame, one funny thing in football they say in Europe so bobo will Chrome na pressure news so. In doing the Copama excel ya na chance for na fano or best start to Obasa or best start to Hanoma has said the year comparison. There was no pressure. But the moment I'll be moving, no, there were a lot of young players. So come on move and come in the opportunity to play. The moment I'll be moving, no, obia de ani foforo na edey ehwe at PSG what is Mbappe achego eno ano but Real Madrid you need to score and you need to perform on the field of play too. Unfortunately things are not well. What is to be Zidane there example, Luka Modric there example, Ronaldo there example, but in all the issue is that Abrante the pressure done so he need to deliver. But Kwame, when your games are you expect him to deliver. So you play now against Hatefa, a confidence level no confirma. Also fortunately for him, Rodrigo is back. Until at least this game, Obenya Rodrigo, Obenya Brahim Diaz as supporting on midfield. I ever anymore. And again, Carlos say Lucas Vasquez Abaso, Federico Santiago Barbado will be in midfield to join Jude. Jude in Supra the last game, no. Any Luka Modric in midfield, no more bomb and yamati me. Inti, when you game, I may expect Mbappe beat me the BB. So until I'm fan, BB the Kwame, pressure on the Baba so but the game, I may expect Real Madrid say, Omu a bit me. I win. Not so much in the Italian Serie A. Team my friend Fiorentina and Ebo against Inter Milan. Inter so I check Serie A na. Obian team in no hosa Napoli for no cry what did they contest Saniamano. O show when I Atlanta. Now she Inter Milan. Now she Fiorentina. Obon se points nebo bosu crack. The main tattoo from all these teams and they say more quality, more squad depth, and they have a lot to choose from. Into no mobile bread. And again, there are two players only the line. See two players are more de bosso any ofa Lautaro Martinez, whether Teremi, Nasa also ofa Obi Etisema Kuturama. Those guys are performing. Into the likes of Lucas Ranieri, Camuso, Dodo and Ruben Cousins should watch out for those guys. Kwame game and make up for Inter Milan double chance in that particular game.
Okay, and the came and the man on some outdoor at the Abraham new teams to be asoso. But answer and the Bakon Homane so na ye the Casamafo and as the communication director of the Magana Football Association. Henry Asante Chum Edin Komo. One of the statement aba at the meeting a woman coach Oto Ado a no. Henry Memoachano Pemojidi se onwe no pay. Yede Nyame ase. Na enkran te say me te say wa kopie mo pram a wo hwe Black Galaxies ne bi omo preparation te say
so Oheneba there were two very important games against Nigeria. Chan qualifiers and for the past 3 months now, Didi Dramani and then the technical team have been observing players at different times. Eventually, almost put it down squad, to about 35. And for the past 3 days they have been here. He decided to say he keep you more copy him say he I can see me, in the latter part of December. In January, Omone Sodro Black, ACI Onkogo, I can see piano. As we speak, first half no and day 0-0. And a second half two teams make also changes. Coach observe it, different players. And as we speak, I can see a 1-1 between the Galaxies and All Blacks. The decision to play All Blacks, first of all, is because now, so far, Division 1, I can see almost AC, Zone 2, almost other almost in that zone. And again, this weekend, so All Blacks in the match because FA Cup almost free. Didi felt there was a need to play against them. And your turns at the fell one.
Okay. A meeting the Executive Council of the Ghana Football Association and the Regional Football Association Chairman Mushia Coach Otuado Wednesday presenting 56-page technical report a day a mamo. Na Cheche Mukakre saying a meeting is and Ensemble Otuado 56-page technical report what they a mamo and saying Executive Council also a fano.
Well, I'm saying the one I mean they are SC within the last 3 weeks after say yen to be unqualified for AFCON. Now it was happening for a simple na almost what to agree it didn't come up. I share or choir the first one. Yebema Black Stars no ejina the dia was it in that vein overhead the technical side, overhead the administrative side. Now other factors that might have accounted for team to me unqualified for AFCON. And last week there was a preliminary meeting at ESCO in that decision they decided say there was a Omotunsa that is coach na obi for Ibiano. But before then remember say Omo decided say Omo they disbanded Black Stars Management Committee na and whilst inviting the coach for a meeting, they also requested say we'll be making a report available. And obviously you'll finish here with the report and or appear in person, executive council. It was a very long meeting, which started around 11, ended around I think 4 p.m. thereabout. First of all, I presented the report, game by game, player collapse, reasons for the collapse, and the approach to the games, preparation, and the game itself. Nyame is here in the course of the game in terms of tactics, substitution, technical decisions, and maybe BDR, it goes into the general organization or setup of a football game. So one after the other, from your first game against Angola or Kumasi, your second game against Niger or Morocco, third game against Sudan or Accra, fourth game against Sudan or Benghazi, then the fifth game against Angola in Rwanda, and the final one, of course, Accra's first game against Niger. So a game by game analysis, I justify why this player was called ahead of this, ahead of that. Eventually, and individual executive council members, it decided more questions. But the meeting was not only attended by the executive council, it was a meeting between the ESCO and the Regional Football Association chairman. Until almost so it decided more questions, as it were. Decision to call this player, it grew hard and away substitution, anything you can think about. When you're at the and then eventually now, now I was internally, further discussions. In those further discussions, there's definitely situations like that, like this, opinions will always split. There will be those who will speak in favor, and there will be others who will speak against. Some spoke against the retention, others also felt what has happened in the course of the last 4 or 5 year period. Series of changes have occurred, but it looks as if the progress that ought to be made, to me, and making that progress in terms of giving the team, a respectable place among their peers on the continent. And if that is the case, disbanded management committee, maybe put in place another effective management committee. No money coach, Juma, so that there will not be any gaps, in between his execution on the pitch and then the administrative part of of delivery. We must also feel if when Jimmy win the match, in 6 games, then what is the point? But Obidia or Kasa Emma regions and into the meeting, a drag for that long. Eventually, there was a need for further consultation in the council, and taking firm decision there, and then they deferred the matter. But in all of this, Oheneba said, it's what you back open a third field, and it's what you want a third field is the team never fun into my paper because share teams here, a boy, the fresh here. Yes, I can agree. There were petty issues here and there. Which here already, which I say, can't for the banner, I need to put you in place. Now, those are of the failed incidents. You see here, but if there is only one objective, and that objective is for us to make the team strong again. That objective is for the team to look better and fearful, and then also be able to compete among the elite, both in Africa and the world, and only the number one objective. And the meeting, I almost decided that there will be further consultations with the ministry, the government, and then based on what transpires in those transactions, the council will sit again and decide on coaching of future.
Okay. Not as a firm decision be intimia so but this a further consultation with the ministry and the government. But my statement I think paragraph 3 it say Coach Otuado accepted full responsibility for the team's poor performance and acknowledged some shortcomings. So take full responsibility of the team performance there. Na Ghana for some do no more can say Coach Otuado no yenya ne kwan na na ya mo ntime nyina eno so amfanja Otuado kwan.
Well, yes, Penny okay, but take responsibility as the leader of the technical team there. You take responsibility because a kuya a boa so ankuya Abenuni Abasa because Obia between 2 to 4 and make suggestions, but at the end of the day, he calls the shot. At the end of the day, the back stop with him. And taking responsibility is one of the most important things that a coach would do in situations like this. But Kwame, yes. There have been certain incidents in the past. As you see, yes, said, and no can be and influence the decision of the executive council to further consult before they finally decide on the future of the coach. The Pamu CK before I echo AFCON 2022. Or call FIFA, or we need case, Still, sure said, Munim said recently cry up, say Abino and Chian is second year. If I'm Milu after AFCON 2022, or call FIFA, or the Kunim, we were supposed to pay over $100,000 in compensating him for the dismissal. The government was not forthcoming. The ministry was not forthcoming. Now, deadline now, I also you chase Kano. It is the FA that will suffer sanctions and consequences. We needed to look for the money to go and pay. Middle Sika say over $100,000. It is the FA that paid. Recently, Chris Hughes in there, in going forward, if you are taking any decision in a similar regard, so that you don't act again and then it will come back to should haunt you. And you know, and I know decided that there should be further consultations and further engagement. I'm not taking a decision. And again, the fact that we'll be taking full responsibility for the team's failure is not always necessarily say once I will take responsibility to maybe I will suffer consequences. There could be reasons for the performances that we saw. Football for all coaches, don't want to say factors affect performance. So if factors affect performance, then let's look into the factors that may have affected the team's performance on the pitch, which he gave into ABI and also Kahona or more a different meeting. It is not cast in stone. Yes, or accepting responsibility. But the further consequences thereafter, no. And I was saying, and I'm sorry, I'm almost decided to in terms of normal. I hear your Munyama Bakobi no means that's it, you know, depending on the outcome, no, or more decided on his future.
Okay. In the same, no, this year, trying Emma further consultations, of course, of executive council, and also deciding on it. But your time there, your next match, no, any time about formal management committee, about appointee, say coach, about to also, and it's a hula balloon, and you more time for that because World Cup there, and dear man for because hey, young Kobio.
Time there, I'm ready, say 1 year cry, I'm ready, but I think that I will be painting way. You know, obviously, what if you are not also saying that it will be better to learn from the past, take a critical decision, and come back to be enough for you or more. Now, what don't say go with you. Even though our next window, I am a boy World Cup qualifiers now. I am match next year. We were going to match they say which because Enchafibe and the January moon is in the very early stage of match. Whether he is staying or a new person is coming, that new person also needs time to adapt, also work around players, speak to players, engage players, look at what is currently in place, and also try to make the necessary changes if need be. But Kwame, it is what it is. I will take a crown and message say get to me a proper cracker.
Okay. Henry better say no pay. I won't cheche mo ade mai. That's a thanks for your time. Bibi a chia dwumbioma ebebo ase. Andi so chia new to so chia wal. Obia so chia o studio.
I mean, can be Oheneba the answer na mekono. Anopa ewia enumre Ghana for kasa. Omo church nema social media. Omo kasa Facebook. And for me, then yes I said ebia from mewa me share Black Gala Visa. Me program we me say Joada Rada Kosiada Ukwada. I don't miss. What I want to say is that it's a new thing, analysis, studio, or the shortfalls and the shortcomings and the need for these changes or that changes or approach or whatever. They feel that it is because of Odo or Woma or Minor, first of all. Any of the power was a coin. When I hear Andy speak, I listen to it carefully. They are a far but free. And pen be brave, so no. You have to look into they are all kind of no I won't say all they can and as I said all kind of track. 90% of the time people are right with their judgment. It's a 10% can say they are obia we were one click away from becoming the first African country to make the semi-finals of the World Cup. Every year, you will need AFCON to and Pren 9 and then Egypt have signed home, Cameroon have signed home, and others are catching up. And I perfectly agree. Say we are not in good times. Times are hard. Things have changed. Since I did football, it's me who does a Black Stars. About 6 months I went to me with the back of her. It's the UBI KBI. I didn't try UBI KBI. But the most important thing is that say if Winneba Junction, Akofa Mankashim, Abe Pie Obuase and Sayaba Kumasi. And as a year for Bunsu Junction, Abe Pie Engineer, Abe Pie Nkoko, Abe Pie Konongo, and Sana Drew Kumaseno. Ya yina ya say Drew Kumasi. Iti they are I didn't try if you baby to me the back on board. At the end of the day, it is for the good of the country, our football, and the Black Stars. And we take those comments, suggestions, criticisms wholeheartedly and aim to improve on them.
That's a pioneer stakeholders meeting. How soon? And I was more organizing someone didn't Newton a one more can other journalists can mobile consider. How soon?
Well, I know, sir. I was hoping that maybe on the boss or another meeting, but what it is that some of the key stakeholders, the main government agencies, they all deal with Ministry of Youth and Sports. They say about to ebay, to do one ISC, who deal with Sports Authority. There also there is something you also have to consider. If the government agencies be at this point, because of election, almost I kind of say busy kakra. And then again, we also said engaging him for sports marketers, Premier League clubs, ex-captains. Immediately when we published, say a retreat. Ekoba say ex-captains, former players. Me personally, former captains maybe to say Kukudazimo, Tamu Yira Obukrasa Ombeba, no more Abetro Omarkin or such a program as it. And you know what that tells me is that people are concerned about the DIA and our plight, and they want to contribute to our forward marching. It is a Nipana Efre, Dudona, Bisa one seminar. Indeed, Ghanaians are worried. And the most important thing to do at this time is to open your door and let them in. Now, I'm watching any of one thing for between the and that is the objective. You see, like I said, Bikrana and Maso Penima Bosune, December, you have a full no more, a bit but it is still in the kind of plans of the executive council and the money we are between a few nothing yet to make two and more as a fatay.
Let us say anopay a dimba could intimate canty hell and TMFC. Why?
It
didn't want him to crow it mintiminka or anti Pino the FNC, Pino FNC. And you are sent to Chum, a customer for the Magana Football Association, and I need a din combo. You had a better chain, Kakrana, we foreign news on your bar, local stories in one, and some would do the two Jano, Yabaso. Newton, my member.
Yes, Henry Casapa, but just as you said, you better that
conforming.
Oheneba, most often, no, it's a player be a movie, a big club one. Yana, Yajin, and it's a baby of free corner. The way Yako Sinidia. Oh, yes, me dear, was a Okwaha, obet me abo. Son and say, I can't go permanent form or shot hat trick, no, or yes, hat tricks and out doing the game the bar. Number 4 started. Clubs Ben Oria Sako Pama on to me, maybe more about bet me about Basso, bet me about Real Madrid, bet me about Juvenile. Usually, football is purely practical job. Na yan share. It's the way Pim Haseno, it belongs to the history books. New level comes in with different expectations. Now who say Coutinho from Liverpool or call Barcelona hoping say a dream club or Babi Madrid can no, but it was even a bigger challenge. Yaka Hazard modie and now no na Liverpool ni Real Madrid bono BBC or tunnel num or Santiago Bernabeu or Anfield na me share video no wie na no na me ra ho ba na me ran ho bebre sa Oheneba it was a moment a catch me say no matter level obedru or obe achieve bibi ba bedru no every next step I person was 2 nurses no there are different level of requirements or requirements and so to me a meeting answer so Mbappe video no be back be me desa be be akama kasa adri kan Mbappe video no be ba e ka baka sem ba ko de akire ye boys usually we a big boy kotoko or big boy has folk or a big boy be go sa Oheneba yan hwe de o TV see oh say during the break you know first half you know almost start video now be hu ni ye and Mbappe try say on say game the be ko bia no player 1 or 2 what discussion bia no player bia only coaches be so Mbappe de ne seben kum no ko or pre Jude Bellingham aka asema kire no you know Jude eno ne and Jude and Fino Oheneba wan hwe nanimo Mbappe is a World Cup winner. He's a captain for France. And baby a game na drew baby asisi agina say na Modric mu generation e kono. Open the next generation obebubo mu di abebo Mbappe di aka ho. But he moved from PSG at the Madrid. And Madrid players na be boa na man are fitting who so well into the team no. What about watch something. One fino one hwe nanimo kra. Now my point here is a Kwanbeso and Mbappe be ma other boys na trust and say ono so aba no your big boy betimi di bibia ba. And say wo hwe video we na say we a player we a coach we a centrally na adwen say oh Mbappe a superstar about Real Madrid no enye no as a son no justify why he needs to play at a level like Real Madrid. And Jude Bellingham crana one fee Mbappe no on the Kabebu say oh na Jude crade na wa achieve football mu. But this is the case. Now it is up to Mbappe say on other finding means about fitting who into the team. And then one American question will be sent by say 1 PSG and Real Madrid Mbappe on function the team. 2 okay no attack no o ma establish that attack no ko Champions League na no ye Vinicius Rodrigo mo no Jocelyn mo ko Champions League final na no ye. And 3 wo as a persona or attitude or character everything you do as a geo towards or sources and how I'll be survival at a big club. Oheneba she just see we after Real Madrid club will be club be any home bio after Real Madrid club be any actually so oh Borra such a club now kusi aka ho dia so one show hu nkran a na do any to other players and so some na be bo am be survival mo kra no o mo hwe wanim. That is why me need Jude Bellingham on nya adwen no but at the same time ade na be kan dia fa ho ese Mbappe no or try so be fight no survive your team no. My second pick here Pep Guardiola why he's lost as a coach or Barcelona no there was something na oye e boane pa or building a team full of technical players because technical players are born na do no munim ball and by profile bet make say Xavi Iniesta Busquets omo profile be 90% on the ball 10% pen on the ball off the ball. Abidal more than Yavis more there were no real tacklers even Piqué mu nyina no na off the ball omo ma onima bebre. But Pep Guardiola had an idea say or the 30-second pressing scheme a olusi ball no every member of the squad now our team no so and our field no so no you knew say and so starting or pressing. But Pep Guardiola through buying to Manchester City no say the team ni control e kwan be so no be far or be fast so recover ball no dey free opponent no is it individually and or Kante or SN when the team no be press the man no or onuamu no a set of scheme bia boys ni nyina tia say within this 30-second frame we there's overload I be fast so be ball no there's underload as say match there are these principles are working for Manchester City e kwan be so ne be fa be ball no dey free opponent no Pep Guardiola team no press bi Pep Guardiola team no pressure bi whenever they go without the ball who say boys na oh Bernardo Silva Kevin De Bruyne Doku Savino all these guys no omo nye players bit be akwa jiri obi agibon no dia bro. At Barcelona he had a whole collection of ideas that fit so well into the group omo nyina ba so ba agibon no untimi fa ball no fa ba bia but the situation has changed and some Man City born in crowd more. A crown best on far or major body the opponent. How do they close the spaces? How do they close down the pockets? How do they close down the channels in the interiors? How do they stay very compact and resolute? Pep Guardiola team Alusu. This element of his play and his style at Barcelona, Henry Moore, Etomo, Messi Moore, but everybody brought their hands on deck. And a better danger opponent to be I say Bonnie crowd bound to me find BBR. But at Manchester City say on crowd now all dictated your person here. Oheneba, not just a Pep Guardiola, insecurity. None of watching. How is he bringing that idea back to Manchester City? How is he coming back? Well, young trainer, young share. My last pick, a Puskas Award no. Madrid crash let me say and Kobet Sakuru score goes me no Puskas nominations woman. Oheneba ka enya me mama onya one go editia Freiburg eno ho na na ye discuss na me sure say a hudu story into a better touch home pa but impo yes Ganacho go na aba no very called for applause but I think the same thing Kudus enya ye na nomination awa hudu ebe rewura African players na enya nomination ma me fa me for no insia no
Well, awal.
I'm to be a honestly, Kudus go nefe. How he took the ball from on one own half. A bang on one 18-yard box West Ham there. But Mickey, there are some other goals there you can't take it off. Yassine Benzia go for Algeria against South Africa now. Mickey, come there no so better so. Say Joe, that goal is also not bad at all. How that goal came off from one thing a Koya, how he was able to raise the ball and another left a carbon. And Mickey Commode and also bet 2 TVs no so. Was it a few way Puskas awards no? What you go no near her and also Tennessee also. And also ordinary back flick. Crowd. Just within Uganda, local league football between FC Kitara and then KCCA, Mika Kampala City Council. So Mickey check how Dennis Omedi or the side no or then a back flick. Check Dennis Omedi. This is Uganda legal, Mickey. Just watch the video. Just watch the video. See the execution. So completely, Dennis Omedi Diano. Na media compare to Mohamed Kudus in terms of the Puskas Awards now. Barcelona. Honestly, we've seen interesting goals from African countries or more players. Any nomination. A few way Puskas Award no. Yaebe Nigerian international Mika Asisa Toshwala, 6-time Africa Women's Footballer of the Year. No so nomination, but I think this list of goals, to me, Mickey, I think it's a way mono and a bit challenging power for the Puskas Awards. Mickey, initially, I me to just say Chan tournament and say Tunisians so a pull out. Now a tournament that started 2009, a tournament that was made to raise the standard of players who are playing at their various leagues over the continent. And you and say various players are ball more countries and a beko. At a point in time, there were calls Mickey Zobekaya for some players who are playing over Africa in as much as a Mickey Oye Ganeni, Baobobo or DR Kungu. There were calls included those players maybe. But I think the CAF decided to maintain the standard. Say there be maintain more mobile league more mine and a bebo. Yasha said from 2000 I made in edition. Yani DR Congo ne call final. Emma DR Congo Esheye. Tunisia won in 2011 and continue up till this time. But Mickey, interestingly, some countries have started pulling out. FBI no call for how the competition will survive going forward. Yeah. The latest country to pull out is Tunisia. Already Medicanca initially. South Africa pull out. Egypt pull out. Algeria hosted the last edition last year. They've pulled out. Libya have pulled out. Gabon have also pulled out. And now the latest team to pull out is Tunisia. Make it not good for African football with regards to the Chan tournament. So just around January, February, competition in Nigeria qualifier to play the Obenya opportunity making a beating in Yonko no beko tournament. A call for attention going forward. The competition could be under threat. A bedroom may be a competition to extinction. Because how some countries are pulling out, and yet, and a competition players a lot of opportunity. There were players we never knew them. it was through Chan tournament na Obekai Jawad El Yamek. Now at a point in time, Morocco World Cup top level. He passed through the Chan tournament to be there. Ayub El Kabi, who won the top scorer and the best player of the tournament, was Olympiacos goal scorer for them during the UEFA Europa Conference League. They passed through the Chan tournament. And a lot, Grassroots, they passed through before getting some other countries to go. So at least it has been a platform unravel a lot of talents. But say some of the countries pull out, Mickey, and yet, ebia the competition could be under threat, and especially said the ACC, maybe not interest in other form, honestly.
Okay, Awal Mohammed Hudu, and also the day a day abano. You was special guest at our studio here, and ebedin. Come Awal, unimno.
Yeah. Oh, I said, Hana follow sports now. You can't follow sports without knowing this nobleman. You can't follow sports without knowing him. Debbie.
Then panel can't find him.
Oh,
that's sports.
We said now, or a commentator. Or your commentary, I tina or no so, and or rising.
Not your commentary.
Oh, yeah, Matina.
What kind of match be oh yeah,
me struggle, but I think that you be also oh yes, he started as a sports journalist, like say yeah, and you now pass it through. I reach the top. Now they may kind of say, now oh yes, sports minister. I know one of the things I'm a kind of power. So
you can't so kind of man no sports no.
Oh, was it? Oh yeah, Obia obe instill a discipline. Ewo sports ministry no.
Okay.
For the first time, he was the Obia ensure say he better sika etuema place no. Man Ghana for be who say a dozen no. And there are some countries here winning bonus my place, but they feel proud to come and play. Okay, when Algeria won the AFCON in 2019, Adia almost striker Baghdad Bunija on Twitter. They you see also they came and fought for the country, but they do maybe not players and even national team among foreign time support to Ghana because of sika near to basa. So he's a noble man. You can't follow sports without knowing him.
Yeah, well, Honorable Neil Lante Vanderpoel MP for Ododo Dio, and then former sports minister. Our studio. Honorable Yamako about the Kessben studio. You see, I chapa mojide so on your past. Still looking young. Oh, still looking young. Still looking young. Yes. And Wakaka Crawford.
I am a bit flattered.
Okay.
A bit flattered because as my way there, what do 4 doors no what time 4 doors.
Yeah.
Because on say a jumebia a farmer for akuma passion nti ukoka na enye binum da omo enyom da omo criticize so ukoka bi na ye be for so da omo criticize so I'm one person who has gone through the media and taken all criticisms as part of the learning curve, and I've developed knowledge for eduma no and make I say me chere ade wo GIJ me catch me sports broadcasting students they be say we a sports presenter and I say broadcaster and I say journalist. Sometimes there are differences among for name.
Yeah.
Not the piano among for about din can say we are good you have to be extremely careful.
Yeah,
you have to be extremely careful because maybe you are doing something that is not right. Because Ghana sports, if you really want to help Ghana sports and not to satisfy listeners, you have to say it as it is. You have to be very critical because your sports, you know, if any most of the time, you know, political leaders of our country are a mistake. Almost if it's sports, ye baby, ye to me do be a kakota. Until when we say ye ministers are only sports in one dream, only who nim dear, only who answer. No matter no mama sports practitioners, you know, a buffo so. No, that is what is happening, and in fact, the 6 years say the current minister, how Oba vetting. Just the only sports I say of course secondary school or high jump. You understand?
Yeah.
Sports in your ministry big okay. They be catch a man for say. Sports unlike other ministries.
Yeah.
You uhia obia owa akoma owo odo owo ntiase owo nimdie efa agodie ho. Because honti say other ministries are there are a lot of budget na uankasa wo apart from government's budget you will other first sika babe boa ministry adwuma Greek education grants ni come from amana oni baby ni nyina ba ebe boa adwuma. So the resource wo ho. But Ministry of Youth and Sports hwe ni ho. Nti so mo bi ko tra na ne pa cross so oni odo nimdie efa adwuma no a obetra sekeke no agya ma bibia akoso aye ne omope. Nti they be catch up students say they should go beyond near omuhu. No one can say explore. Let me share. Some sport journalists are doing that. It'll be to say Obama. They be me tune for me catch and say like you are doing well. Going to continue. If you can do that all the time. Songo the same. Oh, and yet me my better
as a book critics for no
no you see
obi also nye critic and so
you see me dey say
also obi a critic and
me dey say metie sports journalist pa
okay
metie bright kuma say metie bright metie laka Accra metie enye frequently but most of the time metie and you see say me friend can be nchire wa then you are doing the right thing.
Okay.
But when you go in Australia, not Australia, me try say me offer little bit of knowledge. And yes, I mean
okay.
But because so sadia you can say anka ye uye say ana sadia we kohwe say na hwe say nia wo ka no the same thing and say bibia kataso.
Yeah.
Then then it helps you, it enrich your knowledge base. And but let me say so far it's good.
Okay.
It's good. The only thing I can say, to some extent, make me a country or say, when sports journalists in the country decided say they were demonstrating against the way sports is being managed. From that level, let me feel say we will call for something more. Ghana sports, here a whole workshop. Near transit. Meanwhile, in your football, nkwa. Yen share sporting disciplines, yen share say. So, are we really on the path to the development of sports? And I say we are just promoting sports. Because sports, it is a way, on what day way. And my friend tripod. I was 9 years, sir. So just say,
yeah.
Sana sports here. This is management. This is promotion. This is development. One developer want to manage it. Want to manage it, want to promote it. What I say?
Yeah.
Because what are you promoting? Nothing. Mediocrity. On say here, all about Uganda player and a Ugandan league go or share. On go no share no.
Yeah.
Have you seen one in our league in the past 3 years or so? Have you seen? Say so uko stadium uko hewai. One akoya no. If say tell say I didn't na kotoko ebo boss say fans no e mat say no ba first no. I didn't na kotoko support base air cut down. I didn't House of Folk support this air shrinking. Have we asked ourselves? Because first, obi to me free fee, utuka, obi to me free tepa. Efa ka ba Kumasi. Say oko Kumasi sports stadium, oko he Pukunti. Oko he Razak. Poku free. You say?
Yeah.
Obi free in Sawam, Tema, Obre, Eba Crass sports stadium, Obeshe wine. Obeshe asimesi, Shamukwe. Ablade kuma this. Players. What I say? Players make the league. That's it. So free fear. When I go in. Apart from where Juma, Senior Juma, and Obama or no Akos Stadium. You miss her. Will you get up and go and sit at the Kumasi Sports and watch Kotoko match?
It will be difficult.
So what it means that we are not developing. We are only promoting. The advertising league, nearby, we are just course. The man league na yet there. The man league na develop or no. Let me tell you something. All the faults of Herbert Mensah. Do you know what he did? He really made our league interesting. Because apart from a promotion, all of a sudden, Okofa player away free, Okofa player the back Kotoko, Kotoko Bijinaye. Do you know what he did? Has for who said near Ebeti, Obe dominate you amono, and a house for 2 years. Into all of a sudden that time, league, and yet has a Kotoko. It's the excitement that led to the stadium disaster.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Right now, has a Kotoko, but are you sure you will get, even if anything happens, do you think a fly will die? Because stadium crumble boy and Yama.
To be able to
yes, and Yama. There's nothing that really will amount for any that, and that is that's the disease. Me bahanra, and I'm by no more schools and colleges. Quietly, and I'm a coach now and I'm a baby. Fine, schools are school for no excitement, but me to compare my me okumase ha. Na yentako, kura no time. Kumase traffic. Kumase krobunya jami. Intako. So these are the things I've said, and let me be frank with you. That is what NDC for your manifesto, offer your manifesto this time. It doesn't just look at Ebewe. You look beyond how do we make sure, say, we revolutionize and restructure sports, revive sports. The main idea of your manifesto is a revival of Ghana sports. Say you bear then schools and colleges as a baby. A bear coast football. I'm for sorry, I just say because here corners babies, because share Kotoko babies, because share we, me call friends say Ashton Park, me call her. Those things are important.
Yeah.
Because and none of ebe building momentum to the Premier League. Se base a poor. The top will not help.
Yeah.
Roots no ni ho. It is a yet we revive coast football. You revive ma football. Look, there's one policy here. Nanka we need 2017. I was going to introduce, and people will have screwed me for it, but I will have stood by it. No Premier League club will compete in the Premier League if he hasn't got a female club.
Way back.
Yes, 2017. So my first policy, if he had won the elections in 2016. If we allow individuals running women's football to continue, ebe do baby omo nyina ebe collapse because scanning ho. What I say?
Yeah.
Scanning ho. Among foreign patronizing women's football, some patronizing men's football. And then shingard baku yahi, boot baku yahi. You need to have resources to be able to get and then to patronize. We be developing women's football. In Nkofona, develop women's football. No, they support na dem more. Coast football. Omo running coast football bebre o ha. Me nwa bema. Omo ko don wefu. Otwa ne banchi. Otu ne banchi. Otwa ne board there. No abeton. Not the running coast football. Intina omo moska kakra no. What they have done is to set up academies. But academies do not benefit our league. Academies don't benefit your league. Because the objective, the mission, the vision of the academy for no is not premised on the development of your league. But say develop coast football now. And we are also looking at reintroducing serious near vacuum schools football competition. And then they're bringing up players like Michael Essien, Gordon Atram, Derek Boatin, Ibrahim Atiku, and all those players. The schools were playing football, serious football among themselves. In the regions, regional, we have national championship involving the regional championship, and that is basically to be able to help us to get good players for under 14, under 17, and under 20 to some extent. The next issue, athletics. How do we, Yeshua say, we bring the spirit of athletics back? It's in our manifesto.
Yeah.
The GMPC corporate sponsorship, ye abuse this AstroTurf as if say that is what develop sports. No, AstroTurf somewhere no. Which sports is it developing? Even football, does it develop football? Recreational grounds. I'm all for that it's recreation. I'm all for the keep fit, but it's a serious super develop footballer. That is not the sort of structure you put in place. I want to make sure, say, the NDC government, the next government, our government, you better focus your attention on how to use that corporate social responsibility resources, Ghana Gas resources, to sponsor schools and colleges from the basic level. It is say to America, ball, any count at the basic level. You call zoners, from zoners to super zoners, from super zoners to region, from region to national. So we shall have a national sports festival for basic schools. We have national sports festival for senior high schools, and then we can have GUSA games for the universities, Ghana University Sports Association games. It's Ghana benya abundance of talents. Mebra, Jamaica, you know. Omo athletics, basic schools. Jamaica Basic Schools Athletics Championship. It is Olympic Games. It's a mini Olympics for them. Using Botunya, you go them. All of them, they were discovered from the basic level and moved in. Kenya, they have clubs that focus on that level. They pick the children from basic school, marathon, and all those things and develop them. The next one, seriously, I want to take you through it for you to know, say, it is not rocket science.
Yeah.
These are basic things. We need to go back to our old life, as the Bible says. You understand? Go back to the things we used to do. Hockey. Instead of using the money to just throw AstroTurfs around, we can use that money to build one serious hockey pitch in every region. Serious hockey pitch. They encourage serious hockey competition among the schools. Bro, be catch it out. Let's give ourselves 2 years. Ghana will become the next hockey champion of Africa. Send an award 1970s. Because it kind of comes to idea we are super. South Africa, Egypt, almost beat here in hockey because of the facilities, not because they are special.
Yeah,
facilities. Since a Kenya cry no more born play. At the club level, we are able to compete, but the national level becomes a problem because I'm saying, Africa club competition. Our women's team pick the bronze, our men's team pick a silver. You understand? Yeah. They lost to Shakira of Egypt. So we have the ability, but the facilities are not there. How can a country like Ghana have only one standard hockey pitch at Accra Sports Stadium? Accra Nkwane hockey. Accra Kwaneba hockey. If you look at people who have played hockey over the years, Ghana historically, they don't come from Accra. Sarah Mensah no, Dracula no, Ashanti region, Ohina Jekum, Nana Kwaku Sapon. I'm telling you, people who have played hockey before in this country, a lot of them come from Ashanti region, Brown Hafo, and other places. Some of them, because of even hockey, they came to Accra to continue their education. You understand?
Yeah.
Until the young say, a place like Cape Coast, with all these schools, shouldn't we have one standard hockey pitch? Are the schools who compete and then bring out talents? Kumase, why should it be only Pajo? Utmase, Pajo University of KNUST will not allow all the schools in Ashanti to come and play hockey on their pitch. Because because too much pressure on the pitch. As a country, I've seen a trans in who say, winning your Maya, a bit to answer my sports, a peja. Yes, we are only promoting, we are not developing.
Honorable, so what actually is wrong with our sports? You can't narrow down about football.
The thing wrong, say my first appointment. If you don't appoint somebody on one name, DNA, because me say I'm the repository of knowledge in sports. So many people have knowledge in sports, but political appointments sometimes become patronage. What I say? But even that one, say if you have people within government who have that mindset for sports development now, minister no, but the government is bereft of those resources now, it becomes a problem. For example, this particular government, I don't know in India, they wouldn't utilize somebody like Koblen Japan. Ultimately, somebody like Koblen Japan would have been wonderful for sports for this government. Government were failing sports because they've never had the right people at the Ministry of Youth and Sports. I'm being frank with you. They've never had the right people. 4 years, first 4 years, second 4 years in the Potokra. Bro, it's serious. It's something we must. Look, you're hosting all African Games. We were. Medals are in the we are say 50 something medal. 40 something of the medals were from arm wrestling. 40 something. At the end of the All Africa Games, we had only one Ghanaian sportsman, athlete, qualifying for the Olympics. The rest went and competed at other meetings to qualify.
Yeah.
Why should it happen? In essence, we wasted money. How can somebody convince me that a minister will come and stand in front of the whole country and tell us we spent $50 million on feeding? Now, I'm buy a crummy as soon as you understand me?
Yeah.
Somebody must go behind the books. That's what I said from the beginning. Somebody must go behind the books then who say, I didn't spend that much money. Just as a month for that time, sports journalists were on the head and the neck and the spine of Elvis Afriye Ankara over the so-called wache that was served at Brazil. You understand me?
Yeah.
Why are people quiet today? Obisi was spending $50 million, Adriani, and people are quiet. One was American. If I were the minister, I would want people to do the same, because taxpayers' money, that money say it meet them who that's it tafra e bi egfa ba bi anye se fa na e bi say say anka size can no e between go see AstroTurf bi or baby for hockey you between a swimming pool baby until NDC aban until John Mahama aban AC Senate Emporium na you need standard swimming pool of Ghana. Now say by all Africa Games and they were forced to do another one because they wanted to use the one at the Emporium, but that one hasn't got a warm-up pool. You need a warm-up pool. An Olympic standard, you need a warm-up pool.
Warm-up.
That's why they couldn't. They have to go and do another one at Botema, at Legon. They use the Legon one. You understand? These are the things I've said here. Nebisa will say, are we really interested in developing sports? Because you cannot want to be near body in Trapanche.
Insida.
It is a undeveloped sports now. How do you reap sports? How do you benefit from sports? What must I say?
Yeah.
So we must, as a country, the wrong thing I say, we have put aside the development aspect and then the management and promotion. Into a 9 way. Ade make buchie one side ebu o dia this is be hwegu amofo adwea sika o menya free sports obi ba football mu a odwin sika o menya free football mu that person on say enina dwina yi mu say I want to contribute. This is what God has called me for. Winning Yakupon friend me say, me so me ye na me fan developing me mind. Sika obinya. Look, mama can be sure. Until all this idea say ye ton players outside Nenka home. Someone like Alaji Guza. None you no. Officers can no. To watch it. Or pe ball no into turn in the back one or the better ball. Ultima say that's how large goes a start here corners baby say okuma say Sims mensanum ya baby anum. You understand? A man for omudi omusika share ball mu fititi Tommy Thompson num Paul Kunke. You understand? Akable Mieza Mr. Yiti Kwashi Azakes. Look, Sanko for no. Harisa called no meaning no. At that time, it was not about player Ekoton and Jessica. It's about Omuso, Nyamufi, so much me a year, Ediabua or mine. Then there will be a your football be another Julian or top player Jessica. What do I say? It's a ma Sika Semono, it's an idea was kind of so antina. Ama Ubia corrupted.
Football they Ghana for come on hopa. What is wrong with our football now?
Corruption.
Why?
Minya. Then I make a sika. Me a player. By next year, man, top player. I mean to me running me academy. Say me could you bribe? Near for player national team. I could you.
Is he debia?
Nancy Anthony Yeboah of 4 people. Anthony Yeboah of 4 people came out and said it. And you're maker. Anthony Yeboah.
Into you party say fair players on merit.
Yes. Now would you deserve a player on merit? How can we happy say we are playing we have a situation whereby all our national team coaches are from one particular management.
Management bear.
Go beyond the curtain and you will find out. It's your work as a journalist. It's not for me to say. All the technical men of our national teams are managed by one particular management. We could have 11 players wearing the national team jersey being managed by one particular management. Why? Koko football ball, udi nima yen pass him out. That's how football has become. Obi to be catch a player say, hey, o player out there be, wa member team where yen friend the national team. Some time ago, and found team out ball. And found team out ball. Your friend Ghana national team, you have players from BA United, Bofo, Azakes, Rice, Ria Tamale United, Connes, House of Folk, Kotoko. So it's a national team. What you say? And then if national team se player no more particular team on national team. Se player no onyo particular management and managing on more national team. Iti se na me baba my kan. Iti amount for to say amount for odo na eniji amudi di national team na chi no. And a national team. Yes, we are performing poorly. The spirit of Ghanaians is no more behind the team. A national team, Ghana home in the DHD. It is a home action of every team no team no Japan no say about home be him. It is a Sudan Beshao. Sudan Krabeshao. Anka you kase Ghana national team ebe baller. Sudan for every hack. Me only a week before the match. Me ne kwesi apia wa class sports and engineer flight abakumase. Kwesi pe no ka me. Senior. Ghana to me shame da. Ghana team so be any. This all kwesi apia upset to me. Upa friend says ya. O say Ghana team who be any. Na say me momo share it's like the wrong thing. We want the wrong thing to always persist. It have said me sure mo no more who say omo team na nye. Me team we. It's not Blasters. It's not a Ghana national team. A man for Fefe Kobo. A Ghana national team. Fefe Kobo. Is it a Ghana national team? Oh yeah, that's a Ghanaians. Me yeah, what you say, Ghanaians. It's only Ghana just share. Say bebo. That's what is happening. It is not a Ghana national team. Masa, mami can look at you. Upa weekend day. Spend time. Watch the EFL. Watch the Premier League. Watch the Spanish La Liga. Watch the Portuguese League. Watch the Italian league. Keke. Research na me de mamono. You can get about 50 footballers of Ghanaian origin. What I say? I'm free Ghana. Tafrache. Yen from national team da. Now they are 10 times better than Omoe from Debia. When I was minister, not Southern minister, not me a presidential staffer. Professor Mills, any Daniel Welbeck, Papa Ebo hockey. Inti many Professor Mills Kasai, and no call Daniel Welbeck, Papa say, the Banwe national team. You need GFA because I don't need GFA in the Bikai. They're afraid Daniel Welbeck, I hear Samajan Mabo. Then England organized a friendly match between Ghana and England. Then they featured Daniel Welbeck. That's how we lost Daniel Welbeck. Mini Kobe made papa. We are schoolmates, classmates. I say we all grew up in the same area. Tifel is meaning the day. Me call Manchester. Ne fear na mete.
Okay.
I saw Kobe grow. After under 70 world under 70 championship, European under 70 championship. No, we need to get this boy to play for Ghana. It's not a person come about under 20. In the man, you try. And you, we can just say this was about Ghana. I'm a bobo Ghana. I'm here. Kobe Menu.
I worry say Ghanaian qualify for AFCON.
Me yaya striker bi. If I do Dodu. Also you one outside no ball Leicester. Uhuna one Anthony Yeboah. And then me force we dey buy one match. On many train bench friendly match or train bench am here point. Echimi ko bisaya. I say there's no one to talk for him. I say Okoye wa maybe. if you like Bisa, coach Boateng, George Boateng Bisa, no?
Yeah.
How come he didn't get opportunity to play for Black Stars and played for Holland? Ask Jeremy Doku, he will tell you. So the players in Ba, first I from one. Niamu femuno, omu kwa no moko country, omu outside no. Into omu outside no will not encourage because there's a clique, there's a team. Obian person will be free a chirabem. This say ebia, obi pra. But ushe English national team, ushe Spanish team, Italian team. There's equal playing field for everybody. Depending on your performance within their league, you play in the national team. Say China, your performance back down now or no air bossing wa. If you are the same position, you go out on the Bible. On rare occasions, now once a player beat, he say Maguire, even though he's not featuring for Manchester United, Southgate still want him to play because Southgate who say Oni Ebia John Stones partnership no Ebuano.
Okay.
Rare. Now say England drop Hurricane. Drop Hurricane ma Watkins boy. You understand? They give opportunity to everybody. But Ghana national team, hey, only why Coca.
When I minister, can be promoted to Ado.
I will sack first the GFA.
You sack the GFA.
I swear, and left FIFA banned.
You sack the GFA.
And then care FIFA banned. At least 6 months. 6 months. No, they are transcended their end of my year.
Because of Black Stars and qualify for AFCON.
Yes.
And you think it's the fault of the GFA?
But whose fault is it? Who appointed Otoado?
Somebody said the ministry and
no,
the GFA.
No. The ministry doesn't appoint coaches. It's the GFA who recommend coaches to the government.
Yeah.
So it is not the minister, it's not Yusuf who appointed Otoado. It's the GFA for the most of my search.
Yes.
And now I said the whole world, no. Otoado Munya. And
yeah.
Let's ask, how many coaches have the GFA changed? Why have the GFA changed itself? Why should you always be changing coaches and not change yourself? Or change the way you do things? Look, until recently, I remember Ralph Ragnick, Obefi Manchester. Or see, the football team wasn't a problem. It's the structure. Until Manchester changes its structure, they can never be like Manchester City or Liverpool. And nothing in your for them. Radcliffe no abem amo sisans anyama. You understand the way the team is run, having a sports director, having do this. First nanka one person on the 5 players on the AC. You understand? But now things are changing. It sep we should stop finding scapegoats. Neye arrest the problem no. If the problem is the way we manage our national teams, let's sit down, critically look at it and take a decision. And yes, I did be a Yamam Kofa trap national team GFO. Now, on my yamo persuade, on my yano pay, and so Kugo no bar, no Masaki coach. It's easy to sack a coach and deflect attention from you. A person now who make it impossible say any Pep Guardiola craba AJE. What must I say? Say national team, say where we run our football, Eddie Pep Guardiola, Eddie George Klopp, Kunumbakra AJE.
Still running football, no?
Bro, where in the world and what to say? One person, a manage players, a manage technical man, some dependents who manage the football of the nation. What to be that? Mr. What to be that? You are a sports journalist. Tell me what to be that, catch me.
Minty be that.
The person is managing our football, the whole football. managing our national team, because they don't only manage the national team, they also manage our football. So they are managing our football, managing our national team. They have their own clubs. They are managing players. They are managing technical men. Masa, we are Jankopon Buffalo to set them kura a drew baby ubedru as you be. And just said, yeah, a while, hey. Name, me manage football. Me player or our player or we about the same position. Ufi say, Bema wa player na board my player na transe. Hey, ale, in pesca, I said the academy. Ye pesca in running teams. Because Ghana ha uton one player and the between survival by about 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah.
That's what we have to be. Inti obia pe kwan say the player. E benya that platform no. Na wa market no. No wa ton no. Inti na Ghana players be kura nso anoma kura na ya ton mo. Say omo so akokọ, omo ya anoma mo nso akokọ kura na bro nya dura na ya ton mo. Ye yata ba ni from ho a empty. So those players, some players, they don't survive because obundru the standard they don't call it. And the players they be quiet. Only did 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. And sana, what your monka?
Yeah.
If you don't quiet, and ye na is it friends in Kobesi. Omoko no masaba. It happens. The structure is very, very poor and weak. In integrity. You may have said transparency in him. And because say, the GFA is not accountable to anybody. What? What the case are? The GFA is not accountable to Ghana only on funds they receive from FIFA. But no crano me. Many of them must call FIFA because that is not fair to African governments. Because Sikano, you are not giving the money to the GFA in its name as GFA. The GFA is Ghana. It's Ghana Football Association.
But it's a private entity.
It is not.
It's
a public entity.
Okay.
It is not. You know what say? The team they manage is Ghana's national team. And yeah, Obi family team. So they have to be accountable to us. We must demand accountability every day, every time. I won't be a minister. No matter say GFA for me no mope. Na problem me ba. Na me minister me na me ko face. No. No.
It amounts to interference, Anna.
Intervention, not interference.
What is the difference?
A lot of difference. Sure, you have to intervene.
A few minutes.
Thank you.
Medin komone ato aso.
Yo.
Yeni honorable ni Lante Vanderpool and na edin komo studio ha. A few minutes be but me bedin komo me ni gentleman bedin komo 10 minutes. Na fe mama honorable samo up nkomodie no e de amayen na se your football no e betimi aba back na your sports ni na no etimi aba back no na ye de asamo up e de amayen ono abodi obi enim se baba mo one question mama for the questions be braba but your political and you know no and the come idea and for politics so for kwan betimi fa so me football no etime tumpon ni sports na etime tumpon ene ne ono abodi nko any changement for ebedi nkomo na fe ye wia Newton na fe ya to adwumedi so hi Kessben 93.3 92.9 and so ayakra akwaba modire so ho ye okay na no pe nkomo ben na wo de maye
anope chia Kessben FM so judgment dental clinic dey can say ese ho adwuma na ye okay say your political season enche yakoto aba nti say no form aye busy but they can say in as much as business city bia no per time ema oral hygiene na wonum apomoden no so mfa ne ntoma pa emfra ye wo Kumase
Abepo Junction, Bantama Abepo Junction. Udu Abepo Junction, Total Filling Station nechi hɔ a ɛhɔ ɛna Gentleman Dental Clinic yɛ adwuma. Your branches no so ya to apeti Ghana ha nyina enti ebia meka sɛ wote kam na wotie me okɔ Accra, okɔ Koforidua, okɔ Takrade. Emane how udu Takrade yɛwɔ banchi ase Tadisco down former GN Bank hɔ Gentleman Dental Clinic yɛ branch no baako ɛwɔ hɔ. Accra yɛ branches 2 ɛna ɛwɔ hɔ yɛwɔ Nungwa Lorry Station hɔ ɛna yɛwɔ Dome Kwabenya Atomic Down roundabout no so pɛ Gentleman Dental Clinic yɛwɔ hɔ. Okɔ Aflawo yɛ ne Ecobank ɛna ɛwɔ the same building ɛwɔ Aflawo High Street. Techiman yɛwɔ Banchiase Tadisco down former GN Bank ɛhɔ ɛna Gentleman Dental Clinic yɛwɔ na mmom no sɛ ɛyɛ Kumase deɛ a Kumase yɛwɔ Bantama Abepo Junction enti mesrɛw ma phone no ɛnyɛ cradle anaasɛ o pen no paper no ɛnyɛ ready me the numbers no betu dwa numbers no bɔmmɔden ne frɛ me sorry a wobɛtumi afrɛ me wo question bi wo nkyerɛmu bi a afei so yɛyɛ adwuma from anopa 8 o'clock ɛde kɔpem anwummerɛ 6 o'clock ɛyɛ from Monday to Saturday. Into even a next Saturday and Kolana and school, ubetumi di oma ba for examination. Yeye examination and consultation services or Judgment Dental Clinic. Obi honoma on-call dental clinic biada. But any pemu in your lifetime no, or say when timian visit to dentist at least twice in a year. Enti bra na yehwehwe oseno emu ensem emfama because obi ho eseno because of say the hardest human body part nti se bibi to esena enye immediately na wunya effect no. Usually yetna ho ama BBC afi ya yate pain yafono no ahono kaka aba yafi yentumi nda afi na ne yakɔhwehwɛ dentist akira kwan bra na yɛhwɛ wo se no emfama wo yɛyɛ filling ahodo ni nyina bi yɛyɛ composite filling yɛyɛ amalgam filling yɛyɛ GI filling yɛyɛ sophisticated ceramic filling yɛyɛ gold filling deɛ mekeka nyina yɛ restorative materials a sɛ ɛse no ɛso abu ana ɛse no awewe entokro aba bededem cavities ɛna ɛhaw ni nyina wo ba yebetumi aye na ya restore sene back ama useno tooth structure no afa ne ntoma pa efra because eseno each bia wo roller a play apart from say eseno ye de chew ye de bite say o ka sausage a wo de ba wo sene nim enama e de wo de ko dodom all when nyina kire say ekine bia wo roller a play enti say eseno problem bi ba eseno ho a aya entena ho because eseno me seno so ka ho bi ena obi tumi identify me voice say e nipa sumasi ene kase enti se ose no etua ema wonum esesa se otena se ema cavities ese wose na de bedroom rebi no de beba ne se either se ye betumi aye root canal therapy and your friend RCT no e de amount na the damage part no na ya se ho no ne ya feeling the amount in worst case no eno de gise yesen yetu etu so a young guy ne young lady as pano wani mai sa akokra bi sa no emmoa enti entena ho yeye cosmetic dentistry their friend teeth whitening no ese no aye koko aye brown because ese no yedidi it is a bowl like didim bowl o didim o room all right but with time no it me discolor sana ese no esutie ebia wa smoky pen sobolo enom ne tea stain fruit bit say mango pen obi ka say then okay yes Sanya money now with time na my seno e discala but oba ye betumi ama wo seno aye fita te said ye wundi di esoda no ye gold and silver crown eseno e wo ho wo pese wo di gold and silver e so ema wo ho ofe no etumi pie oba Gentleman Dental Clinic ni nyina ye bi e wo ho ye tooth replacement eseno etu e na pese ye hyema wo inya oba ye betumi ahye seno ama because eseno etu a na ma wanim asesa ema wo confidence no ekɔ form asema esiri woni pam no untimi ensiri bi make say say bia we sofo a ugina enipa nim a oni omo we teacher ni a wo kira de enkwala na to din ba you are not aware we politician bibia efa esen ho bia hwehwe Gentleman Dental Clinic e kira kwan ye betima hyew sena ma ye dentures no e wo ho flexible ones no e wo ho va plus e wo ho ye wo PFM bridge and acrylic fixed bridge ye shamawa 25-30 years e hye ho and a dental implant and also ye eno ye be fix wo seno about jawbone mu enti wo di bewu entimi entu biem problem bia efa esen ho bia hwehwe Gentleman Dental Clinic e kira kwan kakra because of time nti oral education kakra mpese me de ma omanfo because right now you say hanse amanfo hanse omu oral hygiene no because once I get information early this year that about 3.2 billion people worldwide and ye nipa omu affected e wo esen ho and kwala wo mu ye 514 million which tells you say so we broni we bibini o esen ho problem because enuane aye di no ankoye sugar carbohydrate sugar no so no and also so no eba ne saa no a debris no etumi eka wo so na oral bacteria friend streptococcus mutans no no after say wo so wadidi no one brush na wo koda ono so ebefa no release lactic acid nti acid no e no dey attack wo se no etubo say with time no bo say na wo se no na emu abobo entokro eba ne saa na etumi tisi tooth nerve ni mu etisi tooth nerve ni mu a wo say infection na oral bacteria no akoso ho no because enipa bia oral blood transmit fa yen human body part ni nyina enti infection no tooth me spread it back to your body in rare cases etumi kun enye say yenya opportunity say ya pese ya bo amanfo hu but we are encouraging you scaling and polishing over Judgment Dental Clinic yes bra na yen scale wo se no na yen polish so emfama san say obi ho no ma obai na num obon say yellow bi ni green bi ehyehyehye ne se no entemo enya homeka ema scent eba wonum ise wonya obi a we embarrassed e wo scent ho da in fact ya na ahomete enti sa yellow ni green na ehyehyɛ wo se ne entemo no anytime bi a wo kasa bia no na scent efri wonum eba ebi okra bon say na a lady to tata na che say eno de ama o gingiva area ne ye o se no ene o gam no line no neck ho no ho na ye o gingiva no etubo say bibi hyehyɛ ho na bo no afa hard object bit said that doa blade knife no they try so no this thing scaling and polishing this procedure any betumi ama yi sa ne ma ne friend no professional cleaning no ye for machines no go so by your clinical your qualified doctors and nurses and you invest heavily into you so sophisticated machines and instruments into you betumi the railroad sending them yi fini plaques that food particles na bristles and a toothbrush entumi yi ni na ma wonum no atekama na ama onum no afa ne ntoma pa efra na wo so watumi asribi e woni pam enti de ye kan se enye sabo se na ama wo se no na aye basa bi no mu ne ade utra nye po wo se asa lead into periodontitis na che se periodontitis no ninu apanyi ene gingivitis no ye se obu on mafo bo se wo hwe ne senase a there's always that redness ne senase no aye nkokon obu okro brush a na blood ewom se wo obi a wo brush wo se na wo blood ewom a Fremi Cecilia me sorry a yentwetwe nkomo e wo 055 913 9582 055 913 9582 and I say hwem wo Kessben television so ana any other social media handles numbers na a display no obetumi a friend number no me sorry a question B and a open chemu bi a metumi e de amount enti bra ye wie ne scale usini wie a the final procedure na say ye be polish so ama wo sene shine no etumi epie na ye beautifully clean enti esen ho asem ne de say ye kase ye kan ho asem because edu periodontitis na eno irreversible especially say we obi a underlying condition bi to say diabetes HIV no money ade e ba ne sana ya SPD no fast because periodontitis no we bound say oral bacteria no o sena etuatua o jawbone ni mu no eno na nyankopon nim die mu no wode ahyem ete say ye di bolt etua yimu na ye screw na tight no eti won say oral bacteria no the infection no ewewe o sene ho afi bo say o sene kase no infections na afi ne emu no aye loose na o sene no aye mobile etumi ma o sene no etu na afi wanim asesa etumi cause problems bebre e wo ho nti e ba ne sa na obi ho no mabo say na wa result into mouthwash ahodo de bi e kase mouthwash is good but I was say oma dentist I recommend ma a antiseptic solution and ne botai ne say target oral bacteria a wo wanum no said ye be ya ebetime deal with them na eku wo na wanum no ate but some of them no so enye papa ebi okra no a obehu say ye say dosage ne say we use no twice in a day ebi so ho e say we no once in a day nti eba ne sa no a you don't know afebo say we use no anyhow na afebo say onum tissue na eda wanum na afi na start na hwane no wonum aye kro no wonum no afi wo kachema na eda wonum no kra no etumi enya problem afi anti-taste biem anti-taste biem a say first no ye tea na wo de tea 2 spoon ene na eguma say wo de 4 ene egum eno so another effect e wo nipadua no so say salt nso a na nso so gise wo sa no more because o kachema ni nyina anti-taste enti hwehwe Judgment Dental Clinic akira kwan problem bia efa esin ho bia no say e bia e brain nti mentumi ambo o problem no so a ese no ebu ese na pai ese no ahye awewe ni nyina from 055
913
95 9582. Book an appointment with Gentleman Dental Clinic. You know say.
Gentleman Dental Clinic and any mudin common any honorable Neil and Vanderpool about 20 and commodian so a few minutes na dumye no abo. Honorable a bar NDC manifesto no more. Okay, udi can be say Ghana for coma and Ghana for spirit edi and national teams nechi. It is a Ghana for movie national teams and national teams no and perform it. In the aspect of your football, Ghana for accommodate cheaper. Dear the womb at the fire football no and your national teams so said a bear you bet me back.
And I make us say, yes, that's a year. Bema a month for Enya Odo Afatimino. Masa maybe to the Tafrache me to say, and you say, Madrid correct. Na mabe the minister the maka say this is what I want to do before president mama me position no waka dem ni mpesa ukoye ni 1 2 3 na just no president no wa identify problems no ewo ho and say woni ne pa wo betumi solve some problem no until when I was minister I had the confidence of my president that I was doing what the president has asked me to do. Okay. And me what my president asked me to do. One of the main issues is just ye disika ase ye bobo mekaye enti menya be mekaye o set example of Algeria and Algeria kwa maybe sakwesi apia how much do they pay their players national team was in the meka obesere Sudan na yeskane obi but the government is committed to making sure the players are happy. And yes, can kwa the money pa nya energy. And yes, can kwa the shende pan cry. And money ye BP. A dream. When you work on the mindset of any player, now I'm a partner who say there is it's the world over. There's a standard that they give for national team performance. They call it national team performance, national team selection. It is who representing UK in boxing. The same thing will be representing UK in football. There's equity. There are others are one kasa who endorsement nika kahuna obenya. There no ama usika. But the national level there is equity. And that is something John Mama becomes president and I'm blessed with the position of influencing government policy. I will do with sports. I will do with sports. And I say, if say in your national agenda, oh baby, our baby in your trans, near Twatua, near you can say, say near Pesa Yano Ghana for you, say near Pesa Yano, a free chineko. It's obi sorry na or say me to America, Miss Minim say America, and the Meko baby, Unim Nobenya. Ball oni mi obenya anu echi na wankasa onya sponsorship onya endorsement onya say anya say usan wa advertising ya usan ene e wasem I mean make sure there was a time the Brazilian national team have a kid sponsor into all FIFA matches, you know. There was a friendly match between Brazil and Venezuela or something. It was a Colombia or Venezuela. Ronaldinho, that time, no, Ukronwani personal endorsement. It's different from the national kit. The national kit owners, you know, when you FIFA friendly match, see, send a bear Ronaldinho be share boots and I just an obia share be no, you bet you say. Because in cancer, time to become no. Then the national team, you know, was sponsored by a different kit. In cancer, because he was based in Germany, and also Kronwani's personal sponsorship from Puma. What I say?
Yeah.
It's any time I to become no, there's a conflict. So we sat down, we talked about it, and then we agreed. Say, I will wear my Puma so that I don't lose my contract. So you never say me for national team and the Monfa. So we should look at that thing. Say, so that you see a lot of people are losing interest in sport because we say, oh now obi oku boxing cry then obenya. Hockey, crowball hockey, I mean ball hockey, then obenya. Uncle ball. Share. Obi to say Abeku Jackson. The father me mate in France Prem.
Yeah.
Abeku Jackson's papa. For all these years has invested his own money in his son. Not Ghana. On one Kasani Sika. On one Kasa Triap crowd in the Bano Cock tournaments. Do you know how much it cost to spend on one swimmer maybe for a year? And yes, Kakuma. Umiso Biasi did that. It was born out of that sacrifice. It's like I say, he should be part of the national team management. Most of the swimmers in Ghana, they are encouraged and sponsored by their own families and their own parents. Now, say no more formal swimming clubs are individuals sponsor those clubs. But the nation say, what is the nation itself doing for swimming? Masa, Mino can say one of the best avenues of developing talents in Ghana was the security services. In Kenya, 75% of all their national sportsmen and women are from the security services.
I know about Brenoko.
Uganda, the same. Zambia, says all their national boxers are from the security services. And then Zambia Kokokromobuye.
Honorable, last word. Nafi Yemfesia.
Not to sound political, Nyame say on the 7th of December, Okotwaba, na upe sports ye, upe Ghana sports, upe Ghana football ako ye. Shene, na fye maybe a chomuko, na to abapa. Sene, enungwasiye yaji, efa football, national team, enye national team kwa, nanseya, enungwasiye kaya, efa pitch, stadium cry babo waso. Na bisa who say, then will be mrem dear, yet be qualified to the World Cup, I qualified to the Cup of Nations with matches to spare. Jomama time, I qualified Ghana for the World Cup with 1 match to spare. I qualified Ghana to the Cup of Nations with 2 matches to spare. At the time, maybe our least performance was maybe a semi-finals. And I said there, we can't even qualify for the tournament. We drink Ghana football. Upe Ghana sports year. Dreho na to abapa on the 7th of December.
Honorable Yadasia ne.
Mesa babio.
Okay. Honorable ni Lante Vanderpool and Dean come on the Calabed and intimi nya. Now be wadi. Your wadi time na so. Me mouth the time so me be bia.
Bound said right your mama birthday.
Aye. And one
it won't wish you birthday. Happy birthday.
You wish.
Okay.
I me wish.
And about penny Teresa also a free year.
Okay.
Yeah, referee.
Aye.
Befi and his befi the mammy. Pages on the photo, but to so my I wore a bra, I wore Antoia. Into your bar penny Teresa a free year, our Mrs. a free year, our referee befi the mammy. It was a happy birthday.
Well, the Jumedian is here. I'm a breaking news at Twaso, Yentimi, and Twaso be a Brenason. Honorable Ni Lante Vanderpool, former sports minister, MP for Ododo na yene no edi nkomo e dwumedie so. Ye besa so me hye biomu a ye joada. Ye damase.